Deacon getting ready for the LA 10 Goose. Whiteman, what's your thoughts? And chime in on the conversation in the live chat here on the TCL YouTube page.
Almost a drop
Beautiful
there
left hook by Dupe Akinu.
I do believe that Michael Fox. So, good right hand right there by Dupe. And that made her wobble a little bit.
Best overall performance, but we're just going at it. Big right hand there by Monnier. With this opening season, we will expand to 12 teams. Big right hand!
Big right hand! And that is not what DC needs. An uppercut there. I mean, he's just going at it, and he's feeling good about himself because he's letting his arms go with reckless abandon.
An echoing left by Nasheed Smith.
What's going on?
Both fighters, they need to focus on punching into the body so they could, like, you know, keep their opponent still, and then they work from the body and then go right to the top.
Fava pounding away on the body, Amir, as you said.
As she does. That is Atlanta style already. This is the second time we've seen Fava come out
back within 2 points. You're within striking distance, but you cannot fully go ahead.
That victory for his opponent, for his team.
Right now it's sort of a chess match, but now they're letting their hands go. Right when I said that, they turned it up.
Good counter right hand by Devontae Williams against the ropes, and they're trading and both landing. But one of these times, one of these guys is going to trade, and he's not going to get what he's looking for out of that right there. Dixon and him traded. There goes the trade that we're talking about. And one guy getting the better out of the two.
And Atlanta, a young budding superstar, Michael Dawson.
Great combination from the start.
Yeah, so I have an understanding that Michael Dawson is probably going to pick Kobe Brady apart. Only because I've been watching Michael Dawson and his clever skills and technique. Now tonight, Davis, which was my favorite opponent, my favorite boxer in TCL, came up to me and said, Bubba, I was trying to put on a show for you tonight, had a great opponent, and I just won't be able to do it. So we have Kobe Brady picking up the slack for Davis, but Dawson is definitely a game opponent.
Dawson, every combination, he at least lands.
He continues to do that. There's a left upstairs. Beautiful chopping left.
Absolutely.
By Michael
Young
Dawson.
and smart. You can tell that he's beyond his years. You know, he's got that young middle school kid face, but he is beyond his years with these punches and his intelligence. I mean, just peppering that jab. But I would be comfortable if I was Team DC with the type of pressure that Brady brings. Brady might lose 2.5 minutes, but in that last 30 seconds, skilled Michael Fox.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the judges, you know, they all have their criteria on what they judge by. So, you know, every judge has their different criteria, so you never really know how the fight's judged.
A good ending for DC, even though he got hit with a mean right hook. Nasheed Smith looked really good in this last round, and he's being overwhelmed right now, but he's got to find his base. And he's got.
If you're DC,
great body shot.
Great body
hook. Good.
By Nasheed Smith.
Left hook to the body, right hook to the face, body, head, and he's looking to do what he's been doing, and that's win the round dominant in fashion. Like we said, in the first 2 minutes.
This could be an even round, so at the 10-second mark, they just got to bring everything they have to steal it.
Who's going to stand in there?
Big right hook.
Who's going to stand?
Frankie Solomon hurt.
Beautiful round.
Here is your final score. We have Atlanta 170, DC 169. Atlanta 5-1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Week 7 of Team Combat League here from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino on this Memorial Day weekend. It is time for the second half of our doubleheader between the 1-4 LA 10 Goose, led by their head coach Ricky Funes, and the 2-3 Las Vegas Hustle, led by their head coach Dewey Cooper.
Very good with her IQ and very strong. So she is one of the most complete fighters in all of TCL. Even to his standings, put out the performance that he would have liked. So I'm looking at him this week to put on a better performance in his ring and in his time and force.
Guard for Miami, it has to be the next man up, the next fighter up.
Especially when it's the playoff season. You know, we're in playoffs for everybody in combat sports, basketball, NBA. What are your opportunities in this new sport?
Final moments of the second round. Coming up, it'll be Jerry Pettis, the brother of Jose Pettis. A big right hand there. Taking on Jerry Pettis, conventional fighter. Jerry Pettis having been in the ring against Frank Martin, a standout lightweight. Big left hook that landed for Jerry Pettis. Don't forget, we'll join you next Friday night. Are injury-riddled, and they are trying to piece things together and try to remain in this playoff hunt. Unlike Darvin Ham, when they didn't win anything in the Western Conference Final. Oh, I went there. Yeah, they got swept by the Nuggets. How about that?
That hurt a little bit.
29-28 your score. Las Vegas on top of LA. Hey, LA won a round, much like, LA didn't win a round.
Kind of new to the TCL, is a little bit, it looks like overwhelmed. Obviously, Silva knows what he's doing in there, being as experienced as he is, but being as experienced with the TCL, I mean, he's walking him from pillar to post. This might be LA's momentum shift that they were looking for. Of course, Dewey is implying his fighter to do his best and punch with power, but I mean, we're going from pillar to post everywhere we can, from red corner to blue, and Silva is all over possibilities of being hurt or letting your team down. You know, last week they were in a tough fight. They were looking for, you know, fighting against New York, and, you know, they needed the point, so he could be a little bit gun shy, not wanting to, you know, let it right now. And he might be one of those opponents that could just like that. Ooh, good overhand right there.
Well, there's a left hook by Sam Arnold, certainly catching the attention of LA's Angel Lozano. For LA Tengus, I mean, they remind me of the Chicago White Sox, that's just injury riddled.
It's the fight game.
Seriously.
It just happens to be the fight game. And with it being such a short notice and such a short round, I mean, you really got to do a good job out there. Jump on that gas.
Good game there by Pacheco, though.
Great.
LA's got some work to do.
Ooh,
good left to the body by Sean Bates.
Good one, too, by Deontay Brown, right to the grill of Bates. So you definitely want to have your footwork correct in all of sports, but definitely in boxing.
Coming up on a minute to go between Sean Bates and Deontay Brown. Deontay Brown, the southpaw for Las Vegas.
And just who he is, and gritty and durable. You know, me being earlier in my career, I used to spar with Ronald Ellis out there in L.A., and he gave me...
This one is scheduled for 18.
Good punch right there by Deanna Hobbs. The fight that Lopez had last week, where it was 12 minutes. It was 2 minutes of just all-out boxing and punching. So I can see this being that same...
The board when it comes to women's professional boxing. Look at Lopez go.
Yeah, and visually, I would like to see Hobbs
be the star in the heavyweight division, and they have responded.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're going to have some fun in the summer, and Skylar Lacey having some fun in the ring against Federico Pacheco.
It has not been given any easy task from the start to now. He doesn't get any. I feel like Daquan Wyatt has that type of grit, type of, you know, I don't care if you're the best guy, I don't care what your name is or what your stats are, I come here to give my best. On this last couple seconds.
Big right hand down goes White. Is it a knockdown, yes or no?
I don't know. That's the last. Maybe not the backseat to some of his friends, you know, being a friend of some of the guys on Atlanta and Dallas.
Big right uppercut.
Big uppercut by Sam Arnold. He's looking.
Final score for their Week 7 matchup. We have Las Vegas 171, LA 170. The Las Vegas Hustle are now. From Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino here in Uncasville, Connecticut. We are now in the midst of Week 8 of Team Combat League. It is time for a doubleheader. Hello, everybody inside Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. I'm Ray Flores, alongside the returning Cynthia Conti. Cynthia, great to have you back. So glad that you're healthy.
I am so excited to be here, and it can't be any better because, teammate, this is the week someone is going to get eliminated, and we're here for it, and I'm here for it.
That is so true, Cynthia. When you're talking about elimination, it'll be LA and Dallas going head-to-head. Now, Dallas is not on the line for elimination, but as you mentioned, LA is. LA needs a win tonight in order to stay in the playoff hunt. Already, when it comes to Team Combat League, both Atlanta and New York have clinched playoff spots. So of the 4 teams remaining, there are only 2 playoff spots on the line. Cynthia, for LA, Ricky Funes and company, they need a victory here tonight in order to remain in the hunt for the playoffs.
They absolutely do. I mean, I always say show up and show out. LA needs to show up or they are out.
And if you look at LA, one of their strengths has to be the middleweight division. Alejandro Silva and also Vlad Panin. They need big performances from both tonight.
Those are the stars that we always look at when we're watching LA. So hopefully they're going to be able to step up, or maybe you never know, those dark horses that want to shine. They might come out with a beautiful knockout, knockdowns, but anything can happen. LA needs the win. That's all it is.
No question about it. And speaking of those dark horses, Dallas is in the midst of a playoff run as well. They have added the heavyweight Greg Hardy, who performed a couple of weeks ago, looked mightily impressive. Dallas is looking to circle the wagons, and they need a win as well in order to remain in the hunt to try to clinch that coveted playoff spot.
You know, Dallas is going to fight as if they are going to be knocked out. So it doesn't matter. A win is a win, but they want to come in full force and show up, and they want to be able to knock out Ricky Funes and Los Angeles and say, we booted them first. And then they're the team to always be looking out for the other teams to be like, oh, they're really in it to win it.
One of the consummate professionals for the Dallas team happens to be Benjamin Whitaker. He's standing by with our very own Amir Tyson.
I'm with Benjamin Whitaker. You have a fight tonight. How do you feel, bro? How do you feel?
I feel good. Just another day in the gym. Same thing for me.
So what do you think you guys need to do today than different days to clinch the playoffs?
Just stay active, stay sharp, and just everybody try to win the round. That's it.
No doubt, no doubt. So what's your plan prior to the fight that you came up with a game plan on facing Pan and also Silva? Do you have separate game plans for each fighter?
I don't have no game plan for nothing, but I fought planning in the real fight. We fought on ESPN. We made like top 10, something like that. We did like a double uppercut or something like that. But
so what's your prediction for tonight?
Just box smart and stay smart like I usually do. That's all.
No doubt. Benjamin Whitaker, thank you. LA and DC, coming back to you, Ray. Down on the rope, throwing relentlessly.
My goodness! Great. There's a knockdown! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino here in Uncasville, Connecticut. It is time for Week 8 of Team Combat League. 2 teams have qualified for the playoffs. 2 more are vying for 4 coveted playoff positions. Now it's time to begin Week 8 of Team Combat League. It is the first half of our doubleheader. First up, we want to meet the 1-5 LA Tengus, led by their head coach, Ricky Funes. Your fighters for the evening. In the women's featherweight division for LA, Lisette Lopez. In the men's lightweight division, Jose Perez. At middleweight, Vlad Penin. At light heavyweight, Angel Lozano. At light heavyweight, Rowdy Montgomery. At heavyweight, Alexander Flores. At lightweight, Sean Bates. At middleweight, Alejandro Silva. And at heavyweight for LA Tengus, we have Cassius Chaney. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your fighters for LA Tengus, led by their head coach, Ricky Funes. And now let's meet the 2 and 3 Dallas Enforcers as they are coached by A.C. Bryant. In the women's featherweight division, we have Leanna Calderon. At lightweight, Randy Kennedy. At middleweight, Benjamin Whitaker. At light heavyweight, Ambibola Osandirio. At light heavyweight, Isaac Carbonell. At heavyweight, the Dallas Cowboy, UFC veteran and BKB sensation, Greg Hardy. At lightweight, Daniel Bailey. At middleweight, Corey Cadd. At heavyweight, we have Adrian Taylor. Also in the women's featherweight division, Jennifer Miranda. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your lineup for the 2 and 3 Dallas Enforcers. It's now time to begin Week 8 of Team Combat League.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Hey, Jared. How we doing? Good? Good. All right. Follow my command.
Welcome into Team Combat League. It is week 8 here at Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Wherever you're joining us around the world, we thank you so much. Boy, are we excited to begin week 8 of Team Combat League. 1-5 LA 10 Goose and 2-3 the Dallas Enforcers. And Paulie, you never want to say anything is predominantly a must-win, but in this particular case, this is a must-win for LA 10 Goose.
Yeah, mathematically it's a must-win, because I believe if they lose this week, they have no mathematical chance of getting even the 4th spot in the
playoffs.
Team Combat League, which qualifies you for the playoffs.
So right now it is Lisette Lopez, Leanne Calderon. In women's boxing, professional boxing, only 2-minute rounds. And right away they are going right at each other. Lisette Lopez actually was involved in one of the fights of the season. What a war that she had a few weeks ago did Lisette Lopez, and they are trading right away. Look at this.
Calderon trying to use the ring while Lopez trying to walk her down. Good trading, good action from both sides.
Undoubtedly, there's a left over the top for Lisette Lopez.
Nice straight left hand.
Calderon looking to go ahead and answer back.
Got a good shot. See, Lopez has a little bit better set on her feet. She's starting to take control of the round, as Calderon is giving a little bit too much movement. She's not getting enough on her shots in order to discourage the pressure of Lopez. Lopez could be cutting off the ring, though, and it would make her pressure even more effective, but she's having a very good round nonetheless.
Well, this is important for Ricky Funes and company in the sense that they need to start off strong, and this is one of those matchups that they need to win handily. You cannot leave it and have any doubt whatsoever, Paulie.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Lopez seems like she's getting them off to a good start here. She's good, accurate shots. Now she's starting to walk Calderon back, and Calderon now going back, throwing less and less punches. At least before, she was trying to go back throwing punches, but Lopez has had herself a good round, and really has backed up Calderon well and landed some very good shots.
That'll end round number 1, and that'll conclude the opening stanza here between LA and Dallas. Coming up, we'll have the lightweights, Jose Perez and Randy Canaday, going at it. And again, they only fight 1 round, and then another fighter comes in the ring.
And Canaday's been a guy that Dallas has been able to depend on. He's won a lot of the rounds for them. It'll be interesting to see now if he can get back around for Dallas. Because now Dallas, for me, it's pretty obvious they're in a hole. I don't think anybody could have given Calderon that first round. But let's see if Canada can get some momentum back for Dallas, or if Perez can give that much-needed 2-round boost to LA, who, like you said, is in a must-win situation tonight.
Well, they are 1-5 on the season. Also, just so you know, we are on Thursday, June 8th. It is the last day to add free agents to your team. So essentially, the free agent window will close, and teams will have to go with who they have signed already on their rosters.
Yeah, so key signings maybe off the waivers or off the free agent market.
Well, I'm going to be paying attention. It's going to be very interesting to see who they decide, or who the coaches decide to go ahead and try to bring into the fold as we get ready for the playoffs coming up in July with Team Combat League. Fantastic action thus far, Paulie.
Yeah, so thus far, it's been good action this season, and things are starting to heat up tonight as well. Good little counter shot there by Canaday, partially blocked, although he gets a good hook in there on Perez.
Now, obviously, you have with Dallas, you have Greg Hardy, who is really, he made an impression 2 weeks ago in his TCL debut. So he is at heavyweight. Also, Ambibolo Osandario.
Ambibolo Osandario,
yeah. Remember him?
Chicago Zone.
Yeah, Chicago Zone. And if you remember him, he was involved in the Jesse Smollett incident. So that is his sort of claim to fame, but he is a terrific fighter.
Hey, listen, Bola's got more than that.
Oh, absolutely.
Bola gets invited to White House dinners and everything. I see you check out Bola's Instagram. Ambibolo Osandario. He's a fun guy to follow.
No doubt about it. But right now, Jose Perez is a fun follow for LA 10 Goose. But looking to answer back. Randy Canaday with an echoing right hand.
Yeah, Canaday's had himself a decent round so far. I think it could still be up in the air here in the last half of the round. It's a bit competitive, but I think Canaday is starting to get the sharper shots off.
Lopez won that round, so a 10-9 an early lead, but Candidate comes back with another right hand over the top.
He's got the shorter shots on the inside consistently in this round. It's up to Perez to shorten up his shots in those exchanges.
Yeah, Perez is throwing a lot of looping shots, and Candidate is really been able to deflect those, get away from them, and then counter him with the right hand. Under a minute left here in this second round. Coming up, we'll have the middleweights, Vlad Panin, Benjamin Whitaker, one of our fights to watch. As Amir Tyson spoke with Benjamin Whitaker earlier tonight. They actually fought in June of 2020. Coming up on the final 30 seconds.
Again, the shorter punching of Candidate has been the difference here. Again, it's not for lack of trying on the part of Perez. Candidate's done a good job of smothering him and also landing the more eye-catching shots.
Yeah, I think Candidate certainly has been able to get the better of Jose Perez, and then he steps in with the left hook. So now Candidate is moving forward.
Oh, good slick moves there.
And he slips him, and I think we're even after two, Paulie.
It's not for lack of trying on the part of Perez. This Candidate was better.
And it's just that, you know what, it's only one round, but every round is so important, Paulie, as we take a look back at some of the action from the second.
Yeah, and it certainly is very, very important. See, Perez was just having trouble tracking down Candidate, essentially. Look at it, Candidate had him consistently missing. And then when he hadn't have him missing, he was smothering him. He was able to a little good shot there on the inside from Perez, but overall, it was Candidate with the better eye-catching shots. There was one of those right there at the end of that replay.
So here is Benjamin Whitaker and Vlad Panin. They actually fought at the MGM Grand in June of 2020 in the bubble, in which Panin came out with a majority decision in a very close fight. That fight certainly got a lot of attention and went viral on social media. And here they reunite in round 3 of Team Combat League in Week 8.
And a lot of times when it's a majority decision, both guys come out thinking they won the fight. So might be some unfinished business here on both of them.
Okay, so Candidate won that round, so we are even at 19 apiece. Ray Flores, Paulie Malignaggi, Cynthia Conti, Amir Tyson here at Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino as we begin the weekend. We appreciate all of you joining us wherever you are around the world on the TCL YouTube page.
Whitaker's coming out a little more aggression this round than I've seen in the past during the season. Maybe it's a matter of unfinished business to do with Panin.
If you're Ricky Funes and company, you need Panin and Silva to win your respective rounds because they have been the stars of LA 10 Goose throughout the season, even though they have a 1-5 record.
Yeah, in a season where a lot of them have been undependable, Panin and Silva have been very dependable. But so far, Panin looks like he's getting outworked a little bit here, and he's having trouble getting that lead hand, working the way he usually gets it.
Well, I'm seeing Panin rush things a little bit, Paulie, and that's typically not in his MO.
Yeah, now he got off a little combination there, but overall he's got to get off a little bit more here as Whitaker has the advantage in the first half of the round for me.
Good left hook to the body by Benjamin Whitaker as Panin looking to answer back. Whitaker is 15-10 as a professional. He's a crafty veteran.
Yeah, and honestly, what I'm seeing from him in this round is he's holding his ground a little bit more than he has in the past during the season, and is doing him well because his awkwardness is allowing him to set up the offense that Panin is sort of just forced to cover up on. He's not able to time him.
If you are LA, they are trying to sneak their way in the playoffs. Two big right hands by Benjamin Whitaker. Under a minute left here in the third round.
Yeah, Panin caught him with a short little left on the way out, but again, competitive here as Panin now trying to step up in the second half of the round here and trying to get this round back.
I do like the body work that we are seeing being exhibited by Vlad Panin. Johnny Callis separates them. Panin rip into the body, Whitaker. Whitaker has a tendency, though, one thing that has been working against him is that he fades towards the end of a round. And as he goes backwards now, it's not a good look for Whitaker.
Yeah, Panin trying to close stronger here. Could leave the round up in the air.
I do think
good
body
right hand
work
there by Whitaker.
Good right hand by Benjamin Whitaker. I think overall body of work, though, you would have to give it to Benjamin Whitaker.
Yeah.
But, again, judges sometimes, they go with what they remember.
Yeah, and Panin's having a good end of the round here. He's winning some good shots here in the late part of the round.
That'll end the third. Panin and Whitaker went at it.
Very close round, man.
Styles make fights.
Yep.
Coming up, we will have Angel Lozano, light heavyweight for LA, and Ambibola Osundario for Dallas, the newest addition to the Dallas Enforcers. We'll go back and take a look at some of the action.
Yeah, Osundario is quite a character, man. Lozano's had a pretty effective season himself this season, but it's an interesting matchup we got here.
Completely agree with you.
Especially after a round where it was up in the air, Ray.
Well, now, and here we have Angel Lozano, who, you know, he's been one of those guys that you look at fighters who are given an opportunity with Team Combat League. He has been one of those fighters who has stood out for LA as he's come out and really been just consistent for Ricky Funes.
Yeah, he's one of the workhorses. Not the most talented guy, but he's a guy who gives you the effort every single week and will not allow himself to be outworked by any opponent.
When Ambibola Osundario going at it, he's a southpaw. And that round went to Pannon, so Pannon gets the round. And I would say that in the second half of that round, he really turned it up against Benjamin Whitaker.
Yeah, he was able to get it back in the second half of that round, but not a close round nonetheless.
So you see the score is LA 29, Dallas 28. So LA has jumped out to an early lead. Here comes Ambibola Osundario. Both are tied up. Johnny Callis will step between them. Outstanding action so far. Angel Lozano sparred with the likes of Dimitri Bivol, David Benavides. Only had 6 amateur fights and then jumped into the pros. Osundario has landed the more effective shots. I think that his southpaw style might have Lozano a bit at bay.
Yeah, good idea to go to the body there for Lozano in that last exchange, but overall, he's not been able to track down Osundario. And Osundario's kind of controlled the distance with a good jab for most of the round. Still a minute 20 to go, though. A good hook there by Lozano.
Lozano picking up the pace here. It's one of those rounds where I think it's still kind of up in the air, Paulie.
Absolutely.
And if Lozano picks up the pace, he can certainly be effective as he has in pockets of this round. Yeah. Nice right hand down the center for Lozano. Another right hand. Lozano is throwing the shorter, more compact shots, and that seems to be affecting Osundario.
Yeah, Lozano trying to pick it up here in the second half of the round. He's done a good job so far. Osundario has to shorten up that left hand. He's kind of gone over the top of it a few times with it.
So final 30 seconds of this fourth round. Angel Lozano, Ambibola Osundario. I think Lozano has picked up the pace in the second half of the round, Paulie.
Yeah. And a little clash of heads there with a lefty-righty.
Lozano did not get overwhelmed, and he buckles the knees of Osundario. Another right hand, and Lozano's confidence is starting to soar. That'll end the round. I think Lozano, he started off a little bit slow, then he picked it up, and then he took control down the stretch.
Interesting round, man. Again, Lozano with maybe the shorter shots there that may have made a difference.
Yeah. Take a look back at some of the action here from this fourth round. We got Rowdy Montgomery coming up against Isaac Carbonell for Dallas. Now I want to go ahead and turn it over to our reporter, Cynthia Conti. Cynthia, what are they saying on social media?
Well, they are saying that they love the scoreboard, that, Pannon, they were a little, they didn't know who won that round. But I do see that some people are even giving money to TCL. They're supporting us.
Oh, wow, I love it.
Yeah, thank you, David Bratzlovsky and Aisha Butler. We love you. And Mike Moss said hello to the team, and glad that the team is back together. But I want to hear what you guys have to say on the stream right now. Who is winning? Who needs to win? And who are you guys all backing?
Thank you very much, Cynthia Conti. And now we have Rowdy Montgomery, Isaac Carbonell. Incidentally, Rowdy Montgomery, he gets clocked by Carbonell. But Rowdy Montgomery is a guy who trains under the guidance of Henry Ramirez. Ramirez now has sort of loaned Montgomery to Team Combat League and Ricky Funes in L.A.
Oh, whoa, big
shot down goes. It looked like Montgomery went down. They're going to call it a knockdown.
Yeah, gloves touched.
So that is big because essentially what that does is that ties up the matchup for the Dallas Destroyers.
Yeah, the round goes, but yeah, that's big if this advantage continues here for Carbonell.
So Carbonell has started off strong. Rowdy Montgomery tastes the canvas. He said it was a push, but I'm sure Mike Mazzulli is going to come in between rounds and take a look at that. So, guys, if we can bring that up.
I think it was a good left hand. What the problem Montgomery had is he stood straight up on the ropes and took the full brunt of it.
I agree with you, Paulie. I think it was a knockdown, but Rowdy Montgomery looking to get Rowdy in the ring and try to pick up the pace for LA here.
Very important to keep yourself a small target when you get trapped up against the ropes. It's very difficult when you stand up straight and square up. Sometimes you see guys standing up straight against the ropes, but they blade off their shoulder at least. You got to do one or the other. You got to stay lower. You got to blade off. You can't stay square against the ropes. Guys like Roy Jones used to get away with it, but that was Roy.
Yeah, of course. And there's only one Roy Jones, and obviously these guys are certainly not him. Johnny Callis gets between them. Will allow them to keep going, and a nice left for Isaac Carbonell. Carbonell looking to hammer away upon Rowdy Montgomery.
Yeah, his team needed him, and he's answered the call.
Well, without question, Isaac Carbonell has knotted up this matchup, and right now you're seeing a 2-point advantage for LA Tengus, but that has since evaporated with that knockdown in the first minute of this 5th round. So, key moment here for Dallas and LA. Final stages of this 5th round between Rowdy Montgomery and Isaac Carbonell. Carbonell whacks Montgomery with the left, and that'll end the 5th frame.
Key knockdown, though. Key knockdown for...
We're going to go back and take a look at some of the action here as Mike Mazzulli, the esteemed head of the commission here, Mohegan Sun. Go back.
Yeah, left hand right to the head.
Let's take a look at it one more time.
It's going to be a straight left hand against the ropes here. We're going to need to see it again here. Another straight left.
There's the left. Yep. It is a knockdown, so that means we are deadlocked. We are even between LA and Dallas. So a 2-point swing. And now you have Greg Hardy, the Dallas Cowboy, the UFC veteran. He made a massive impression 2 weeks ago when he performed for Dallas.
I'll tell you what, Greg Hardy is known for scoring knockdowns, and Dallas has got themselves back into the fight with a knockdown. So it'll be interesting to see if he gets another one.
Well, now you have Alexander Flores, who was out of the lineup last week with flu-like symptoms. Thankfully, he's okay. But this is in the heavyweight division. Greg Hardy, intensity personified, as he will match up against Alexander Flores. So now Dallas is surging. You got the knockdown from Isaac Carbonell. Now you have your highly, touted free agent signing from a couple weeks ago. He's literally like ready to go, and he goes to the center of the ring. Does Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy is a guy who is known to perform at the highest level. Look, you don't sign and start for the Dallas Cowboys and are just an average player. I mean, that means you are sensational.
Yeah, and again, he got himself already a good reputation here in TCL with some big punching power, and you can see how his opponent Flores is sort of respecting him as he's circling the ring.
I would just say that Greg Hardy is a monster. I mean, just look at how massive his back is. His biceps are the size of my head. I mean, it's just remarkable. So we are tied up at 47 apiece with LA and Dallas. And Hardy, he gets blocked with a counter shot from Alexander Flores. Flores has been in the game for a while, and he needs to realize that, look, you have an aggressive guy. Gotta just, have some patience and find your openings.
Yeah, and one thing about Hardy, if he cuts off the ring, he's going to start trapping these guys a little bit more easily. Flores has been apprehensive. He's sure trying to pick his spots without getting too reckless and give the power of Hardy a chance as that uppercut there lands. But I tell you, if Hardy starts cutting off the ring on these guys, he's going to force them into making even more mistakes.
There's a right uppercut moments ago by Greg Hardy. Flores looking to answer back with the right, but now Hardy swarming Alexander Flores.
See, if Flores is not able to circle the ring like this, he would run into more trouble, and that comes down to Hardy cutting off the ring. But overall, Ray, Hardy's power has certainly gained the respect of Flores.
Well, it's a good combination moments ago for Alexander Flores, Paulie, and it just all depends on, do you want volume or are you looking for the big punches of one Greg Hardy?
I don't know, man. I don't think Flores is doing enough, man.
Well, Hardy is no doubt not the easiest foe to deal with. Flores has got to pump that jab.
And that's what I was just going to say. It took the word right out of my mouth, Ray. The jab right there could work in at least keeping Hardy busy, putting Hardy off balance, or making him react to it. But Flores' jab is not consistent enough.
Well, the thing is, for Greg Hardy, he's known for, when you're in the NFL, it's about explosion because it's 7-8 seconds, and that's what Hardy's doing. He explodes on you.
That's a good right hand from Flores. A little short uppercut on the inside by Hardy. Hardy likes that uppercut, man. He throws it real sneakily, I'll tell you.
It's an underutilized punch in boxing, in my estimation.
Oh, is there
another right uppercut by Hardy? A little bit of a mouse underneath the eye of Alexander Flores of LA.
It's a punch you also don't see coming. It's a very weird punch. If you got a guy who knows how to disguise the uppercut well, it's very, very tricky.
What I like about Greg Hardy is a nice right hand, and Greg Hardy won that round in resounding fashion from my standpoint.
Yeah. And again, he's been a presence for Dallas, and he's been a consistent presence for Dallas, and a much-needed presence for Dallas.
And we'll take a look back at some of the action from Greg Hardy as he handled business against Alexander Flores.
Yeah, sneaky uppercut, man. You got to keep on the watch for that uppercut from Hardy, man. It comes out of nowhere. There it is on the replay here as well. Real sneaky, and I think it can create a lot of problems for a lot of guys because people are apprehensive about his power, apprehensive about his physical size, and all of a sudden he has this little quick, short uppercut that you don't really expect, and he finds a home for it. And Dallas has some momentum now. We got Hardy won the round. Right before him, Carbonell won the round with the knockdown. So Dallas has the momentum. And again, LA in a must-win situation, they got to get some rounds back.
Well, now you have Sean Bates going up against Daniel Bailey. And I love this matchup for a variety of different reasons because Sean Bates has been a young fighter who is coming out. He's aggressive. And even though he might not win every time out, he's going to give you a quality effort. And Daniel Bailey, to me, has been one of the standouts for the Dallas Enforcers.
Yeah, these are two high-energy guys, and this should be a fun round to watch.
It is the fastest 180 seconds in boxing when it comes to Team Combat League, like Formula One racing. Gotta love the speed that these guys go at. And look at Bailey pick up the pace, dig into the body, then comes upstairs, followed by a right hand.
And he's got Bates resetting now. Those body shots.
This is one of the reasons why I love the lightweights because they are so fast.
Oh, good right hand there by Bates on the inside. Has Bailey holding on.
So Hardy won that round 57-56. Dallas has stormed ahead. It is 3 straight points that have gone in the favor of the Dallas Destroyers.
Yeah, so a little pressure on Bates now to get some points back against Bailey.
Well, Bailey has seized the momentum in the early part of the 7th round in the lightweight division. Sean Bates looking to rip the body.
Both guys giving as much as they're taking. Both guys doing well.
Sometimes fighting in a phone booth.
Yeah, and sometimes it just comes down to that. You only got 180 seconds, like you said, Ray. Sometimes it just comes down to wanting it more.
Who's able to dig deep and fight at this frenetic pace, because it is, unless you're down on the cards, you don't fight. This is not normal to fight at this frenetic pace. That's why it makes it so exciting. Yep. Look at Bates come back.
Yeah, Bailey looked like he was starting to take control, but now Bates has come back a little bit himself. So, again, some good back and forth this round.
We're coming up on a minute to go. One item that we know about Sean Bates is you can never count him out of a round whatsoever. Nice left hook that caught the right eyebrow of Daniel Bailey. Oh, right hand! Down goes Bailey! Oh my goodness, and that's a momentum swing for LA!
Both guys throwing the right hand at the same time. Bates' right hand was a little shorter. It's going to be interesting to see on the replay. I believe they were both shooting the right hand at the same time, and Bates got there first because he threw it just a little short.
That was huge.
Fundamentals really matter. It's a game of inches, end of the day.
And now Sean Bates goes right after Daniel Bailey. Daniel Bailey trying to pull a Gloria Gaynor. I will survive. That dates me a little bit, but look at him go. And now Bates has got Bailey on his skates.
Yeah, Bailey's still a little bit on unsteady legs. Nice slip and sliding there.
Sean Bates, a couple right hands, and that was significant for LA. That is the momentum shift that they needed. And boy, oh boy, what a moment for Ricky Funes in LA.
The fighters are answering the call. You know, a few rounds ago, Carbonell got the knockdown when his team needed the momentum, and now Sean Bates gets the knockdown when his team needs the momentum. Let's see this replay here if we can see it. And you're going to see, yep, both guys both right hand at the same time. And Bates got there first. He took off just a little quicker, and he was a little shorter with the right hand.
So now we have Alejandro Silva and Corey Katz. So now it is of the mindset that LA is going to one of their standout stars. Alejandro Silva, who we know has been known for dramatics. He had a knockdown a couple of weeks ago where LA needed it to stay in their matchup against New York.
And after getting the momentum from Bates now, with LA going to one of the best on their roster, they have a chance to kind of start getting some comfort with that lead. But Cad is not just going to hand it to Silva. Let's see.
And Alejandro Silva's absolutely chiseled. Both guys in phenomenal physical shape. Now Corey Cad looking to turn things around for AC Bryan and the Dallas Enforcers. So LA is on top 66-65.
No, it's got to be more than that. It was 57-56 last round. Oh no, the LA won a round.
LA won the round. Yep. Yeah. So it is 66-65 for LA.
Back and forth. See Silva trying to press Cad.
Cad needs to keep Alejandro Silva at bay with his jab. But Silva looking to get on the inside and unleash those vicious hooks that he has.
Yeah, those straight punches will get Silva to slow down a little bit, but you got to be consistent with them. Silva trying to force his way in here.
Silva, though, and I like how he attacked the body. Oh, overhand right for Alejandro Silva on Corey Cad. Cad needs to sort of stick with his jab and not abandon it. It's clear that Silva, though, is looking for that home run shot.
Yeah, well, he's trying to put the pressure on Cad. He's trying to force the mistakes. The thing about Silva is he presses you so much that he will draw mistakes out of you. Cad has an awkward movement, but a lot of times he over-moves, and he'll make too big of a defensive move and put himself out of position. And Silva's trying to take advantage of it now.
Silva just nailed Corey Cad with the left hook and a right.
And that's another thing about those big defensive moves. They fatigue you because, it's hard to keep up with them. And Silva realized this, and he's starting to bring the pressure.
There is some reddening of the nose of Corey Cad as Alejandro Silva looking to attack Cad as we approach the 60-second mark. A right hand for Silva. That's got Cad going backwards.
Not enough deception. A lot of movement on Cad, but not enough deception. It's got to be tricky deception if you're going to trick Silva, because Silva otherwise will close that gap on you and make your life miserable.
I'd like to see some feint side of Corey Cad in, use some more head movement.
Yeah.
But I think undoubtedly, Paulie, this is no doubt around in favor of Alejandro Silva.
Yeah, Silva's been bossing it here. And again, much needed from LA, as tonight they are out if they don't come up with a win.
What I like about Alejandro Silva, though, is that he's of the mindset. It's not enough for him just to win the round. You can tell that he's trying to get that knockdown.
Well, some teams have their team leaders. You know, you can see Alejandro Silva has become the sort of the team leader for LA. He's been the most consistent round winner for them, and a guy that they really relied upon.
He's like Pac-Man. He likes to gobble up rounds.
Yep.
Does Alejandro Silva. And that'll
There's a
end
cut on his head.
the 8th.
There's a cut on the side of Silva's head there. You see that on the left side of his
boy.
head?
So that is interesting. I think they might add a clash of heads because I think that there is a cut outside of the left eye of Corey Cad.
Maybe that's the blood of Cad on the side of the head of Silva.
Potentially. Now we have the heavyweights, Cassius Chaney, Adrian Taylor. Right hand there by Alejandro Silva. Again, LA 1-5, Dallas 2-3. Already, New York and Atlanta clinched playoff spots, but these 4 teams are vying for 2 playoff positions.
And also, you know, New York and LA, it's about positioning in the playoffs, right? You get the highest seed.
Neither team in action this week, but Adrian Taylor, former stablemate of Errol Spence Jr., Jermell Charlo. Now they've added Ryan Garcia to that gym with Derek James. Boy, what a quality group that is down there in Dallas. Now we have Cassius Chaney for LA, Adrian Taylor with Dallas.
And now it's up to Taylor to get back some momentum for Dallas as LA has enjoyed a couple of good rounds in a row. And they are up a couple points now.
Yeah, LA won that round for Alejandro Silva. They're on top by 2 rounds, 76-74. You know what? Credit to LA with Sean Bates and Ricky Funes and Alejandro Silva. They were reeling, and they have found a way to circle the wagons, get back on track, and they have built up another 2-point lead.
But you know what? You can't get comfortable. Still 10 rounds to go here in this matchup. They fight 18 rounds. So you're going to have to bank some rounds more.
We are a long way away from being done, Paulie. But right now, Cassius Chaney looking to be the general here. We will have an intermission. Cynthia Conti going to interview one of the fighters in between our first half and second half. Don't forget the first half of a doubleheader.
A good combination there by Chaney.
Cassius Chaney unloading a combo. Coming up next, we'll have Las Vegas and we'll have DC. You have Dewey Cooper matching wits against Barry Hunter. Just over the midway point of the 9th round. Taylor needs to land something impactful to try to get things turned in his favor.
Yeah. I mean, it's been relatively competitive here, but it seems like Chaney's been just a bit more of a boss of the ring, and it's going to be up to Taylor to try to turn it around here in the last minute of the round, because I think the round is still up for grabs for him. But as the round progresses, it's Chaney who's bossing the ring more, putting him against the ropes, landing a nice right hand on Taylor there as Taylor was against the ropes.
Chaney's using his physical attributes to try to literally just frustrate Adrian Taylor, and Taylor isn't being busy enough to get Chaney something to think about what's coming back at him.
Yeah, exactly. He's sort of very passive in this round, and a round where Dallas really could use the round because they're starting to build up a deficit. He's sort of had a kind of a passive round.
Chaney isn't doing anything that is eye-catching, but it's workmanlike is what his demeanor is.
It's consistent more than anything else. He's sort of been the one consistently controlling the ring here in this round.
Well, for young fighters, if you look at there are times where simple fundamentals, the jab followed by the right hand, can win you a round. Cassius Chaney has and will continue the momentum with LA as LA 10 Goose needs this one. It's win or go home for them, and that'll end the 9th round.
For me, that was another LA round.
I would have to say that they are really moving in the right direction. And in a time when things looked not good for them after getting the knockdown for Isaac Carbonell over Rowdy Montgomery. And we will go back and check out some of the knockdowns that we've seen in the first half of this particular matchup. There was Isaac Carbonell putting down Rowdy Montgomery. That was a 10-8 round, a swing in their favor. And here's the knockdown by Sean Bates as he put down Daniel Bailey. And when you're able to put down Daniel Bailey, I think that speaks volumes as to your tenacity.
Yeah, exactly. And again, they're fighting with the urgency needed. LA is. LA needs to have that urgency underneath them this week, especially more than anything else. Is mathematically they're eliminated if they don't win this weekend, and they've shown that thus far in the first half.
Well, LA is 1-5 on the season. Dallas 2-3, as they are without a doubt. It is win or go home for LA. If they are victorious, they will remain in the playoff race. And LA won that round with Cassius Chaney, 86-83 at the break. It is a 3-point advantage for LA. And now we are going to send it to our very own Cynthia Conti. And Cynthia Conti is going to be standing by with Greg Hardy, the standout heavyweight. And once again, here is Cynthia Conti.
Greg Hardy, you just performed. You look tired. You look exhausted, and I know you have to fight again. But you did pretty well. You won that round. How do you feel?
Feel great, man. Ready to go again. Had a great opponent, man. You can tell he's seasoned. He's in there making good moves, but it's now time for me to step up for the next level, come back with some counters, come back with some different strategies, and bring home another one.
I think you are throwing off a lot of people's plans because they don't know what to do. You're throwing in some very sneaky uppercuts, which is a very underused punch that they throw, and you're throwing a lot of them.
Sometimes, you got to switch it up with a big man, walk him down, be heavy. Sometimes you got to switch it up with the boxing, and I'm here to show people that I got a little bit of both. I'm here to definitely advance my skill set, but I do have a base skill set, and I'm going to put it on showcase today.
Which is harder, football or boxing?
Don't try either unless you're ready for a whole lot of pain, man. It's a work day in e-sport, and these men deserve to be saluted.
Well, best of luck to you.
And women, excuse me.
Thank you very much. Best of luck. Back to you guys.
Greg Hardy joining us. Hey, I like what Greg Hardy said. He goes, don't try either unless you're ready for a lot of pain. I mean, there's the reason why they call this the hurt business for a reason, Paulie.
Absolutely, man. You got to be ready to do both. You got to train to do both. You got to be mentally in the right place when the bell rings.
Oh, great to hear from Greg Hardy, the standout heavyweight for Dallas. And you know what? There have been guys who made impacts, but man, Greg Hardy has really made a significant impact for Dallas. And if you look at it too, on the opposite side, for Las Vegas, we'll see in the second half of our doubleheader, Michael Hunter with Las Vegas free agent signing, impactful signing at heavyweight.
And it's also some name signing. Michael Hunter has been a top world-level contender, been in with the likes of Alexander Usyk and the like. Greg Hardy, obviously well-known multi-sport athlete as well. Starting to also attract some bigger names here at TCL.
All right, so now we have the lightweights, Jose Perez, Javier Fernandez going at it. A 3-point lead for LA as they are in a win or go home type of mindset, as they sincerely need this big win in order to remain in the playoff race. Also, want to let you know that there are going to be some postseason nominations, 3 each. There will be the Sugar Ray Robinson Most Valuable Fighter Award, the Ali Frazier Fight of the Year Award, awarded to the 2 fighters that participated in the most exciting TCL round of the year, the Mike Tyson Rookie of the Year Award to the most outstanding fighter making their pro debut at TCL, the George Foreman Most Resilient Fighter Award, awarded to the most outstanding fighter 35 years or older, the Muhammad Ali Community Service Award, and the Custom Auto Coach of the Year Award. So 6 postseason awards that will go ahead and be given during the Mega Brawl in the middle of July.
And these guys are looking to get an award just for getting this round here. They've started out with the fist flying, Perez and Fernandez.
Yeah, they are absolutely going at it, are these 2 combatants. My goodness, look at this ball.
Yeah, it's like one lands and the other one answers.
They both continue to go back and forth. They are no doubt looking to go for that Ali Frazier Fight of the Year Award, the most exciting TCL round of the year. Boy, they're picking up the pace here. Is Jose Perez and Javier Fernandez.
Yeah, Perez starting to take a little bit more control here. He had a little bit more trouble in round 1 against Randy Candidate, but here against Fernandez, he started to find a home for those shots more consistently than is Fernandez. in the round where both have traded well.
What I love about Team Combat League is even if you lose the first round and you lose it 10-9, you come out, you win your round, but you know what? It's even. And if you get a knockdown, you get a point to your team. Every point counts.
Yeah, exactly. And the responsibility on you, I think the microscope is even more on you because you only have 1 or 2 rounds to get it done. This is Perez's second round tonight, and you can see he's fighting with a lot more urgency.
And also, he's got a sweat. He's glistening. That means he's warmed up. That means he's ready to go. For Javier Fernandez, we did not see him in the first half, so essentially he's coming into this round cold.
Yeah. Fernandez has fought a good round himself. I just think Perez has landed the better shots, but Fernandez has also been bringing it himself and throwing his share of good shots.
We are under a minute to go in this 10th round as we begin the second half of the Combat League.
Perez again, accurate.
A nice combination being delivered by Jose Perez, much to the delight of Ricky Funes and LA Tengus.
This would be huge if Fernandez really gets this round for LA. It would give his team a good cushion. I mean, if Perez gets this round for LA.
And if you're LA, if you're Dallas, you're like, look, we've been down before. We got a 10-8 round. We've been able to circle the wagons before. They have dealt with an uphill climb in this matchup against LA before.
And Fernandez trying to fight his way back in with 20 seconds left.
But back comes Jose Perez. Jose Perez unloading upon Javier Fernandez.
Left shot by Fernandez.
But back comes Fernandez. What action of this 10th round. What a way to begin the second half of this head-to-head showdown. Now we'll have Lizette Lopez and Jennifer Miranda go back and revisit some of the action from this round.
Yeah, that was some good back and forth trading. Thought Perez edged it slightly, man, but Fernandez came back late with some good shots on it of his own. Close round, but I think for me, Perez edged it. A change of a corner here for Lizette Lopez, as she had a great first round, but now she's up against Jennifer Miranda this time around.
Yeah, Jennifer Miranda has been terrific for Dallas. Incidentally, she actually bypassed an opportunity to fight for a European title prior to the season debut of Team Combat League. She said, this is a wonderful concept. I love it. It makes me happy, and I wanted to be a part of the first season of Team Combat League. And Jennifer Miranda has certainly found a home with the Dallas Enforcers and TCL. Good jab by Jennifer Miranda.
Southpaw Lopez had a very effective first round. Should be an interesting matchup here with Miranda and Lopez.
I think Miranda wants to keep her distance and utilize her range and her height advantage to her benefit. A right hand by Jennifer Miranda. But Lopez is certainly so crafty and she's tough.
Yeah,
she's aggressive.
Lopez is more set on her feet than a lot of the women I see. You know, she's set on her feet, so she knows. She kind of has a really good idea of what she's going to do and not do. She knows how to put that pressure on you. Miranda moves around a lot and she throws some awkward shots, and she's consistent. She may even be winning this round. It's a close round, but she's forced to work twice as hard as somebody like Lopez, who can just sort of consistently bring it.
So Perez won that previous round 96-92. But I think Jennifer Miranda is doing well to try to cut into this LA 10-goose lead.
Yeah, and Dallas really needs this round. You know, this is very imperative. Miranda's having a good round, but Lopez, again, consistently trying to bring it to her. But Miranda doing well with that in and out. Also, that height advantage she has throws a lot of people off.
Terrific action between Lizette Lopez and Jennifer Miranda. Lopez looking to get on the inside against Miranda. Miranda looking to keep her at bay. And the women go at it. My goodness.
Yeah, good round for Miranda, I think. You know, Lopez tried to bring Miranda with that in-and-out style. Was able to change range on Lopez enough to confuse her.
Well, now here we have coming up next in the light heavyweight division, two guys who were successful, Angel Lozano and Isaac Carbonell. But we go back and take a look at some of this action with Jennifer Miranda and her adversary, Lizette Lopez.
Lozano and Carbonell had different opponents in the first go-around. Now they're up against one another.
Yeah, Lozano victorious over Amibola Osundario. Meantime, for Isaac Carbonell, he put down Rowdy Montgomery A 10-8 round. I believe it was a clash of heads. Carbonell, a southpaw conventional, is Angel Lozano. This in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, good knockdown supported by Carbonell there in that first round. That was really key. But Dallas have not done a lot since, so they're hoping that he can bring the momentum back. Lozano gets put in there. He's the pit bull. Once they said Carbonell got the knockdown, so they said, LA said, all right, let's put the pit bull in with Carbonell this time around.
Well, Lozano, he has I like how he's very light on his feet. Bounces around well, looks to unload that left hook. Sneaky right hand that landed. Carbonell looking to unload that left. And we have a 3-point lead. Dallas won that round. Miranda took home that round. It's 105-102. 3-point lead for LA.
Good left hand there by Carbonell. You see Lozano trying to put that pressure, trying to force the mistake for Carbonell. Moving effectively, shooting that straight left hand off there.
Good right hand by Angel Lozano.
Yeah, that's the thing about Lozano. If you stand still long enough for him to start throwing punches, he will outwork you. You got to keep it moving. You got to work off that movement. He has trouble when you work off the movement. But you got to be working off the movement. That's the key. Good 1-1-2 there by Carbonell. Yeah,
there was a straight left that found its mark for Isaac Carbonell just over the midway point of the 12th round. It is Week 8 of Team Combat League. LA 1-5 on the season. 2-3 is Dallas already. Atlanta and New York have clinched playoff spots. 2 more playoff spots on the line over the next few weeks.
Carbonell with a sharp southpaw jab. He should really be using it more. A lot of times he lets his own feet put him out of position. He does some over moving there. And here Lozano now. Carbonell not moving enough here, which will happen when you move too much. You end up getting tired. And Lozano starting to let those hands go. Good defense there by Carbonell to keep his hands up. But again, it's the work Lozano is getting done there.
Well, if you remember when Lozano took on Osundario, he turned up the pace and turned up the heat in the second half of the round, and he's trying to do the same here against Isaac Carbonell. There's a straight left by Isaac Carbonell.
Yep.
Carbonell has done terrific for Dallas. A 2-point swing in his first meeting against Roddy Montgomery, and now lo and behold, he is getting the better against Angel Lozano.
And Carbonell very savvy the way he moved. Good counter shots there as well, using Lozano's effort against him. But there's been spots where Lozano's had the advantage through this round, so it's going to depend on what the judge is like.
I think Dallas is cutting into that LA lead, and things are getting tighter without question. Cynthia Conti, what are they saying on social media?
Right now, there is a poll. Dallas Enforcer 64%, LA 10 Goose 35%. That's the poll that who's going to win tonight. But a lot of the chat has been that it's D-Town. LA's not doing enough. So.
All right, so there are a lot of Dallas fans that are chiming in.
Those votes must have come in before they started fighting. No?
Yeah, I would have to say. Right now we got Sean Bates and Randy Candidate. Sean Bates with a knockdown over Daniel Bailey, a 2-point swing. And he did that in the final minute of their round, back in round number 7. So Sean Bates, he's a spark plug for Ricky Funes and LA 10 Goose. But for Randy Candidate, he has been a consummate professional. He's been you know that you're going to get a quality performance out of Candidate week in, week out.
Yeah, Candidate's been one of the guys that Dallas relies on. He's been very reliable himself. Good boxer, knows how to punch off the move. Good hand speed. Good counter right hand there by Candidate.
Scoring update. It was Carbonell victorious in his previous round. So 114-112, a 2-point lead only for LA, and the second half has been very much looking in the way of Dallas. We'll see if Candidate can pick up the pace here and make it a 1-point advantage only for LA.
Candidate's a good counterpuncher, but Bates has been first consistently here, which could really affect the judges' opinion of how the round goes. It's been Bates consistently being first. It's not always landing, as actually sometimes Candidate lands some sharp counter right hands, but it's important to show the judge that you also know how to lead and not just counter.
Bates is extremely effective when he doubles up on that jab. Curious to see if he'll go back to that. There he goes, doubles up on the jab, and he literally absorbed a shot from Candidate. We have 80 seconds to go in the 13th round. A couple of counter right hands by Candidate. You're seeing Bates double up on the jab, and Ricky Funes saying, there you go. Wants to see more of that.
It's that counter right hand there from Candidate. He's very sharp with that shot.
Well, Candidate's almost waiting for Bates to throw that jab, and then as Bates is midway through sending the jab, he literally throws that right hand on the mark.
Yeah, he rolls very well with it. A lot of times, though, the Candidate's guilty of only looking for that. That's the problem. Because Candidate has, good shot, good right hand there by Bates. Sometimes Candidate ends up waiting and almost just looking for an opportunity to throw that counter right hand and roll there.
I think that Bates' work rate is probably favoring, the judges will likely favor him based on his work rate.
30 seconds left, though. Let's see how they close out. Good shots there on the inside by Bates.
Right uppercut by Sean Bates, taking a page out of Greg Hardy's book. Final moments.
There was some good shots there to the body and to the head.
And that'll end the 13th round. I think Bates edged it.
Good close round, man. Candidate gave himself a reason to try to claim it at the end of the round, but I don't know. It's a close round.
Now we have Alejandro Silva, Benjamin Whitaker. Boy, Benjamin Whitaker, he's had his hands full tonight. Going up against Vlad Panin and now Alejandro Silva.
Yeah.
But when Amir Tyson spoke with him earlier, literally, Whitaker said, look, I'm a professional. I'm always ready to go. My mind says come out and perform at the highest level possible, and he needs to do that against Alejandro Silva. Alejandro Silva was fantastic against Corey Cat back in round number 8.
Yeah, I think Cat had enough of Alejandro Silva. They couldn't put him possibly come back in with another 3 minutes with Silva, so they figured, you know what, let's get Whitaker against him.
And also we saw a little bit of blood on the hairline of Alejandro Silva. Thankfully, though, he's okay and ready to go. There's an overhand right by Alejandro Silva. Whitaker attacking Alejandro Silva, trying to put him on his back foot.
Yeah, trying to back him up. And Silva may not be the same fighter backing up, but you do that at your own peril.
Without question. Overhand right there by Silva.
Good exchange there by both guys.
So now our score, we have a 1-point lead for LA, 123-122. Candidate won that round, so Candidate edged it. Down goes Whitaker, though, but no, so says a referee in charge, Ricky Gonzalez.
Yeah, he just got pushed behind the neck, though. Yeah, Candidate, I think, pulled it out at the end of that last round. Landed some good shots to close the round.
That's why I'm not a judge, Paulie.
Yeah. No, I mean, it could have went either way, to be honest. But a lot of times, like we say, the judges, the last thing they see, they may favor, and Candidate closed that round stronger.
But now if you're Alejandro Silva, again, he's one of the stars of LA. You need this if you're LA 10 Goose, and we'll see what he does and brings to the table against the veteran out of San Antonio in Benjamin Whitaker, even though he's performing for Dallas.
Yeah, Whitaker's giving it a good effort. He's trying to hold his ground, trying to go punch for punch with Silva. I think Silva's had just a little bit of the shorter shots, but both guys have been giving good shots. Definitely, though, if you're LA, you can't afford your best guy not to win this round right now, though. Pressure is on LA, but even more so on Silva because he's been the most dependable.
Well, right now, LA is essentially facing elimination. They need this round, they need this win if they want to continue and keep their playoff hopes alive. And if you're Dallas, every win is so important. Whitaker tastes the deck again, but again, no, it was a push down from Alejandro Silva.
Yeah, Silva likes to use those bully taxes on the inside. Oh, good, a little uppercut there by Silva. Shorter shots being thrown by Silva here. Whitaker's got to shorten those up in those exchanges.
A left hook for Alejandro Silva, under 30 seconds left.
Yeah,
Whitaker answering back with the right.
As you said, Whitaker's on a sort of fades as the round comes to a close, and Silva doesn't do those kind of things, so it's starting to cause a little bit more separation between these two guys as the round is coming to the end.
This is a massive round for both, but more so for LA 10 Goose, because if you're even as we head to the final rounds, that would be extremely detrimental and put a lot of pressure on your team.
Especially when you got Greg Hardy coming up soon, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And you saw Whitaker stumbling around, but again, another quality performance from Alejandro Silva, the LA 10 Goose Middleweight. Go back and take a look at some of the action. Coming up, we got Roddy Montgomery and Ambibola Osundario. Both guys lost. Osundario came up short against
Lozano.
None other than Angel Lozano. For Roddy Montgomery, he tasted the deck against Isaac Carbonell. And if you're Roddy Montgomery, you got to be thinking, all right, I'm going to put that in the past. And for both guys, they got to put it in the past. And they're both southpaws.
Yeah.
Osundario, Roddy Montgomery going right after Osundario. These guys are moving. We hear that foot stomping. Their feet are stomping and moving in the ring.
Yeah, tactical approach here in the early going.
$133-131. That was a big win for Alejandro Silva. A 2-point lead for LA 10 Goose. Really appreciate Josh with keeping us updated with the scores and also our fine staff here. Ahmed Sheikh, our CEO, in the house, enjoying the action for Week 8 of what has been a quality start to Team Combat League here from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. There's a jab followed by a left from Osundario.
Osundario with a little bit of awkwardness. He's got a big reach, so a little bit of awkwardness with that jab.
He's a terrific athlete as well. You just tell. I mean, he's ready to unload upon Roddy Montgomery. But also, when you train under Henry Ramirez, and Henry Ramirez doesn't take anybody. Henry Ramirez, former trainer of Chris Adiola, along with Josecito Lopez, has had some quality guys, and he believes Roddy Montgomery can certainly be something.
Yeah, and Montgomery showing the goods here. This is still a good competitive round here as we come into the second half. Still up for grabs, in my opinion.
Now, I don't know if he, his hairstyle, if he colored his hair to try to match his trunks with LA 10 Goose, but I think it works for him.
Awkward entrance there by Osundario, trying to put Montgomery out of position. Landed a couple of small shots. This is going to be one of those rounds where even the little details may come into matter, because it's very competitive. Hard to tell them apart so far.
Yeah, you want to see the epitome of a toss-up round? Look at this 15th round with Roddy Montgomery and Ambibola Osundario. This one at light heavyweight.
Montgomery has to start trying to lead a little bit, though. He's waiting a little bit too much here. And Osundario has been first consistently. Not a lot has landed for either guy, but Osundario has been a good job of being first, and that could come into play. Yeah,
who's going to be first at the table seems to be the impetus for either guy. I think it is favor of that of Osundario. We are in the money rounds here at Team Combat League. And again, Paulie.
Shot there by Osundario.
Osundario with the left.
Montgomery had a sort of a frustrated look on his face. He can't figure out the movement, the awkward movement of Osundario. And before you know it, the round is over here.
I think that left, as Montgomery went to the ropes, might have solidified the round for Osundario. And we will head towards the 16th round. Cassius Chaney and Adrian Taylor.
That's why when the guy's awkward, you just got to take the Lozano approach. Just take it to him. Forget about the timing. You're not going to time an awkward guy. Just take it to him. I think Lozano had a good approach against Osundario. Montgomery tried to do some boxing against Osundario, which requires timing, and it makes it more difficult against a guy like Osundario. You see the awkward entrance, those ways he closes the gap, does Osundario.
Now we have round 16. In the heavyweight division, Cassius Chaney, Adrian Taylor. Chaney was successful against Adrian Taylor in their first meeting back in round 9. What will round 16 bring? We're about to find out.
Yeah, Chaney did a good job controlling the ring, so Taylor's got to put the onus on now on Taylor to try to take control of center ring here, and that's what he's trying to do here. Trying to back up Chaney to the ropes.
It's almost as if he heard you, Paulie. But back comes Cassius Chaney. Chaney absorbed that early onslaught. Now he's going back to work with what led him to victory in that round with the jab followed by the right hand.
Yeah, Chaney's a good mid-range fighter. He sort of kept control of the ring, keeping it at mid-range. Backing Taylor up against the ropes the first go-around. Let's see how they go here. There's a slight clash of heads on the inside.
Yeah, they both, Adrian Taylor said, hey, my bad, as we take a look at and Osundario won it, so it is a 1-point lead for LA 10 Goose, 142-141. This is another big round for LA Tengus. You do not want to be tied up, especially, guess who's coming up next? Greg Hardy is up next for Dallas.
Yeah, and also a big round for Taylor, because if he can give his team a point here with Hardy coming up, it really makes a big difference.
Taylor attacking the body of Cassius Chaney. He's in the chest of the LA Tengus heavyweight. If you're Chaney, he needs to go back to that jab followed by the right. Nice sneaky right to the body by Adrian Taylor.
Taylor done a little bit better job of trying to take back center ring in this go-around. And Chaney hasn't been as active as well.
I think Chaney needs to double up on his jab more and utilize his height and his reach. I mean, it won him the previous round, but Taylor has been able to get into a bit of a rhythm here.
I think Taylor, what he's done is he's done a good job of making that left hand of Chaney not be as effective. You know, slipping, sliding around, trying to use that head movement. Still been a challenge to close the gap as he does here, and get smothered. But nonetheless, it hasn't just given it away to Chaney due to Chaney's educated left hand.
Under 47 seconds to go in this 16th round. And also, I do like how Taylor has implored, tying up Cassius Chaney and forcing him to reset and try to get back into rhythm.
Yeah, sometimes some styles just don't gel well. These two guys, between the first round and now we're up to the last 30 seconds here, they haven't really gelled well as far as being entertaining. But nonetheless, you still got to be effective. Good right hand there by Chaney, and in a close round, every little bit is going to help you.
Absolutely. There was a jab followed by a right hand. Chaney looking to pick up the pace here towards the tail end of the 16th round. Is it enough to win him the round? Who knows?
There's been a couple clashes of heads this round as well.
And that'll conclude the 16th frame. I think things are getting closer, Paulie, as we head towards round 17. 2 more rounds to go.
There's a couple highlights. Taylor tried to get back the round against Chaney with just hustling. When Chaney's still trying to pick his spots and land the better shots. It seems like Taylor also tried to out-hustle him, so a little tit-for-tat there. I thought Chaney landed a couple of good, clean right hands. Taylor with a couple of flurries. Let's see which one the judges liked.
Round 17, this one is scheduled for 18. A rematch between Alexander Flores and Greg Hardy. And Ricky Gonzalez telling Hardy, you cannot hold behind the head and punch. Not allowed. Well, for Greg Hardy, this is a very big round for both teams. We're here at Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Good left hook to the body by Greg Hardy. A right hand by Alexander Flores. Both guys are throwing with more frequency compared to that of round 6.
Yeah, Flores trying to do is hold his ground a little bit, trying to desperately to make sure he wins this round for LA, as every round is going to come into play here. Good shot there by Flores.
Right hand for Greg Hardy, but Flores ducks underneath. I think this round is very much up for grabs. Hardy looking for that right uppercut that he was clocking Flores with in round 6. And we are tied at 151. Taylor won that round. We are deadlocked at 151 apiece.
Good shot.
Oh, down goes Greg Hardy on a left hook by Alexander Flores.
You can see Flores getting some good timing going this round, or even earlier in the round. Holding his ground a little bit better, and he makes it pay, makes it count.
How significant is that? You're tied, and now it is a 2-point swing for LA Tengus.
And that is a huge swing, because Hardy's one of the guys that's been automatic for Dallas. And now you just won a 2-point round against him. Well, let's see if Hardy gets it back. There's still a minute left.
Well, Hardy, they're both just swinging, going toe-to-toe. The fistic fireworks are being thrown in abundance. A left hook by Flores as Hardy goes backwards. Down goes Hardy. This one's over. A 10-7 round as Alexander Flores might have saved LA's season.
That was impressive.
Oh my goodness! Alexander Flores has floored Greg Hardy.
And now here's the thing for Dallas: have you lost Greg Hardy for a certain amount of time? Is he going to be? Is that going to be the kind of knockout that gets you suspended?
Well, a knockdown, a knockout, you're suspended for 45 days, if I'm correct, Paulie.
It depends on the knockout. It could be 15, 30, 45, or even 60 or 90, but some good shots there.
Wow.
Flores. And you could see Flores just had his legs under him better this round. The first round that he went up against Hardy was a bit too respectful. But you could see this round he was holding his ground, punching back. You weren't sure how it was going to play out for him. But then he got the first knockdown and then the second knockdown.
And Flores knew it. He said, yep, I put him down, a 10-7 round. Oh, my goodness. That is significant.
You know where we are now? Where are we? Somewhere. Why don't you get up, take a picture?
Mentioned talking to Hardy.
Hey, thankfully Greg Hardy's okay.
Yeah, he said he feels good. It happens. You know, you get caught with a shot. It happens.
Look, he's disappointed in himself, but at the end of the day, as long as he's healthy and certainly he's performed very well for AC Brian Dallas, but man, oh man, you're tied, you're deadlocked. If you're LA, you got Greg Hardy going against you, and Ricky Funes was able to utilize one of his prize free agent acquisitions, Alexander Flores. Beautiful left hook.
That was the first knockdown. Left hook right on the button. The big shot, holding his ground. Flores holding his ground at center ring and getting that knockdown.
And here's the end. Boom, the jab followed by the right.
Yep, left. It was sort of a sweeping hook. Yeah, like a sweeping hook. That kind of combination, you throw it just as a decoy. You just want to get the peripheral vision of the opponent to look that way, and then you don't see the shot coming down the middle.
So we got Vlad Panin and Diane Depestre for Dallas. Essentially, how it unfolds is this: if Vlad Panin doesn't get knocked out, then LA is going to keep their season alive here tonight.
Yeah, in impressive fashion.
I mean, that was, you want high drama? Look no further than that matchup with Alexander Flores and Greg Hardy.
And you know what, Ray? Dallas had fought their way back into contention here. That it was up for grabs, and you're thinking, man, now it's even with Greg Hardy, our main guy, in the ring. I mean, we got a really good advantage, and Flores really changed things, put things really into perspective by changing everything around.
My goodness, how things just changed that fast with Team Combat League. And now if you're Ricky Funes, you're going to essentially, you're a Yankee fan if I'm correct. You're going to Mariano Rivera, Vlad Panin, and saying close out the game.
Yeah, and Panin has also been one of the more dependable guys for LA. And honestly, to be honest, with Dallas needing a knockout, Depestre is fighting in a completely opposite manner. I mean, I don't know how you would get a knockout if you're fighting in the way Depestre is fighting, knowing you need a knockout, mind you. I assume they know.
Well, essentially what this does, and Dallas is 2-3. LA will likely improve to 2-5. It keeps them in the playoff race.
Yeah.
And mathematically, that's all you want is a chance to continue to fight for your playoff lives. And that's what Ricky Funes and his entire team did. My hat's off to LA Tengus for digging deep when it didn't look good for them, especially heading into that 17th round.
And of course, all those other teams still battling for that playoff spot. It's kind of muffled up in there. LA's gonna have to keep winning. Their schedule is not getting easier. I think next week they have New York. But it's certainly you live to fight another day, as they say. Oh, good shot by Depestre.
Oh, Depestre! He's got Panin hurt. Oh boy, do we got some more drama here in the 18th.
And I don't know. That's on Panin because he's sitting there throwing wide left hooks on the inside. Depestre threw a shorter hook and caught him. But Depestre wasn't really looking to make the fight. I was questioning why he was fighting in the way he was fighting, needing a knockout. But Panin walked himself into that hook.
Well, a little bit too lackadaisical was Vlad Panin. He got woken up with a left hook. Compliments of the Dallas Enforcer's own Diane Depestre. And some shots behind the head for Depestre. But Panin got woken up from that big left hook.
And can Depestre do it? 30 seconds left.
Well, he needs 2 knockdowns, not 1, or he needs a big shot to put away Panin.
And he's landing some good shots, I'll tell you.
If you're Panin, you just need to remain upright.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Panin, you've already lost this round at this point. Just don't engage. But this is the pride. And Depestre with another good shot.
Well, Dallas certainly not going away without a fight. What a matchup between LA 10 Goose and the Dallas Enforcers. And that'll end a right hand. Miss Pennant says, hey, you know what? You rock me, but I'm not going away.
Yeah, you know what? You rock me, but you win the battle. We won the war.
Exactly. Wow, what excitement here. Amazing stuff. And Paulie will take a look back, and I'm going to go ahead.
You see there, you know, that was Pan. That's on Pan, and he was sort of looking for a big combination when you could really be coasting this round. He was still controlling the round up until that point, and after that point, things got a bit rocky as Depestre really started chasing and going for the big finish.
Well, Paulie, I'm going to go and get the scorecards, and likely LA will keep their playoff hopes alive, but we'll find out how it all mathematically shakes out.
Yeah, we'll see. Scorecards coming up now. I think I got the official scorecard here. It's going to be LA by 2 points at 170-168, right? Yeah, so Ray's going to get in there in the ring and make it official.
As LA improves to 2-5 on the season. Congratulations to Ricky Funes and LA 10 Goose. What a performance for LA, and also Dallas gave a terrific effort. Paulie, back to you. So there is a very happy Ricky Funes and LA 10 Goose. Alexander Flores, no relation to me, gets a knockout victory over Greg Hardy. And Cynthia Conte looking to go ahead and grab Ricky Funes and likely Alexander Flores. What a performance for LA 10 Goose. And right now, I am going to send it to our very own, or Cynthia Conte is going to be with the superstar of LA. And Cynthia Conte standing by with Alexander Flores.
Alexander Flores, you had not just one knockout, but you had the double knockdown and knockout of the evening so far. You guys are in it still. You knocked out Greg Hardy. I just interviewed him, and wow, what a knockout.
I mean, he's a big guy, but I mean, you know, experience plays the factor. I've been boxing for 19 years. I sparred with, you know, former world titleists, former world challengers. So, I mean, I've been in the game for quite some time.
He did say that you are a seasoned fighter, and he was trying to land his sneaky uppercuts. I saw that he was coming in like a bull in a china shop, but you kept your composure. How were you able to fend him off? Because he was getting a little wild. I
mean, once you start opening up a lot, you see the punches coming. So, I mean, it's just experience. It's about staying calm, especially on a bigger guy like that. And then after once I see him make mistakes, I just capitalize on that.
Well, you guys live another day. Congratulations on an incredible knockout. Go celebrate with your team. All right, Ricky, come on in. Ricky! LA 10 Goose, you survive another night.
The bad news bears is coming back.
The score, 170-168. Some incredible fights tonight, some scary knockouts. Alexander Flores, I just interviewed him. He had the best knockout of the night. Greg Hardy, that was kind of scary.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I told these guys, you got to be very aggressive and smart. And he built up on coming on the second round. He came out and did what he had to do. And that's why we got this win, man. I'm so excited for the team. They all listen, you know, but that's it. We got a long way to go.
you know, this was a very important night for you guys because it was either you show up or you're out. What did you tell your team going into this fight or going into this matchup?
I told him, this is it. If you guys don't go, you guys don't get paid no more.
That's true, too.
But strategically,
so excited.
Yeah, I am. Talking about strategy, I told him you got to be very smart, aggressive. You cannot box with these guys. You have to be on top of them in order for us to win. Or else they're going to get tired. Once we on them, they get tired, and we're going to get them tired and win. Knock them out like Alex did.
Well, go. Have fun with your team. Go enjoy it, and then I'll see you guys for...
Exactly, baby.
There you go, Ricky Funes. They live another day, week 9, so we're going to see. But we're going to come back to more fights, so stay tuned, guys. Back to you guys.
Oh, whoa, big
shot down goes it.
151 opponent.
Oh, down goes
151 opponent.
Oh, down goes. Oh, right in. Wow. Down goes.
Exciting than what the Team Combat League brings to the table.
1-round bouts, 8 teams across the U.S. The idea of this is so unique and so new.
It forces the fighters to skip the feel-out process and get right to the action.
I feel like New York's got a real good shot here, especially if I'm on the team.
Nobody can beat my mind, so nobody can beat me.
With the modeling is the
There's nothing more exciting than what the Team Combat League brings to the table.
1-round bouts, 8 teams across the U.S. The idea of this is so unique and so new.
It forces the fighters to skip the feel-out process and get right to the action.
I feel like New York's got a real good shot here, especially if I'm on the team.
Nobody can beat my mind, so nobody can beat me.
With the modeling is the modeling. When it comes to boxing, I handle my business.
1 round, and guys giving it all.
This is going to be the future of boxing. I'm very excited to watch this format, this tournament, in this league.
1 round, all what you got. Any minute, any second, anything can happen.
I got a 3-year-old kid. I'm just ready to change my family's life. What's up?
What's up? Current super bantamweight ABF champion of the world.
I was born the champ in the crib. Let's go.
There's no way anybody can compete with us.
LA Terminators will come to whoop some ass.
Las Vegas hustle, let's go.
The opportunity that a lot of these fighters will be having is a 6-figure pay, health insurance. There's endless stuff to it.
I've been in and out of jail. I ain't gonna cap it to you. I've been shot 10 times.
Came down here with nothing. No car, no job. Hoping I make this Team Combat League to change my life.
If you're willing to sacrifice and if you got the talent, you're going to make this team. That's it.
To be able to see what city has the best fighters in the United States of America.
With TCL, that's what you're going to get.
Welcome back to Team Combat League. It is the second half of our doubleheader here in Week 8 alongside the Magic Man, Paulie Malignaggi. And Paulie, we are getting set to watch Las Vegas go head-to-head against DC. Now, we know that 2 playoff spots have already been clinched. New York and Atlanta are already on their way to the playoffs. But 2 more spots remain, 4 teams vying for those positions. These 2 teams both need wins tonight in Las Vegas and D.C. Going to be a riveting matchup as Las Vegas led by Dewey Cooper. For D.C., they're led by the general that I like to call him, Barry Hunter.
Yeah, man, it's about positioning, really. You get 4 spots, 6 teams, you get 4 playoff spots, but also you want to try to get the best playoff spot possible to avoid that tougher matchup in the first round. So it's about positioning here with these 2 teams, and they're in that playoff hunt, but of course, it's not mathematically must win, but at this part of the season, as in any sport, it almost feels like a must win.
Now, the marquee matchup in this particular head-to-head duel happens to be Michael the Bounty Hunter colliding against Hasim Rahman Jr. They've been sparring against each other since they were teenagers, so forget about the feeling out process, especially when it comes to Team Combat League.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. You forget about the feeling out process either way in Team Combat League. With 1 round, you just got to get to it. But these guys already knowing each other, knowing each other's strengths, weaknesses, they've been in and around each other for a long time, for a lot of years. I expect some fireworks as soon as the bell rings when those 2 guys are in there.
Going to be a compelling matchup with our fighter to watch. We send it to Amir Tyson.
Rockman, how you feel, man? It's good to see you.
I'm feeling great, we've been working really hard, and it's playoff time, man. It's time to push that button, get in the playoffs.
And what's your game plan? How do you feel before your fight with Michael Hunter tonight?
It's really not a game plan type of thing. Mike and I have boxed 1,000 rounds before, so it's more so, go out there and win.
Right.
And the last time I came up short, so it's on me to pull the win through for my team this time.
Right. So what's your game plan beforehand, though? Like, what do you have coming into the fight? Like, what do you have planned?
To stay focused, and when I get into the ring, apply the things that we did in the gym.
Okay.
That's my main focus. Finish strong, follow the game plan that we've been putting to work all week, which is not so much to do with my opponent, but more to do with me.
Gotcha.
So the game plan is to stick with what we've been doing and finish strong.
Any other words? Any other thing you want to say?
Let's
get it.
Yes,
all right, back to you.
Oh, big leg down! He goes King! Big right hand! Oh my goodness, Nathan's hurt!
Fight two of those down on the rope, she's throwing relentlessly.
My goodness! There's a knockdown! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Week 8 of Team Combat League. It is now time for the second half of our doubleheader. Coming up, we have the 3-3 Las Vegas Hustle and the 2-3 DC Destroyers. First up, let's meet the Las Vegas Hustle, led by their head coach, Dewey Cooper. At women's featherweight, we have Florencia Britos. At lightweight, Deontay Brown. Welterweight, Ronnie Ostian. Middleweight, Rajon Vega. Light heavyweight, we have Kevin Newman. At heavyweight, Michael the Bounty Hunter. At women's featherweight, Deanna Hobbs. Lightweight, Sherrod Williams. Welterweight, Ellen Medina. Middleweight, Daquan Wyatt. Light heavyweight, Andrew Murphy. And at heavyweight, we have Skylar Lacey. Also at welterweight, Keith Hunter. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your lineup for the 3-3 Las Vegas Hustle. Now let's meet the 2-3 DC Destroyers, led by their head coach, Barry Hunter. In the women's featherweight division, Tyrecia Douglas. At lightweight, Derek Davis. At welterweight, David Grayton. Middleweight, Monye Gregory. Light heavyweight, making his TCL debut, Alantes Bucks. At heavyweight, Hasim Rahman Jr. At featherweight in the women's division, Dupe Akinola. At lightweight, Kobia Breedy. Welterweight, Patrick Harris. Middleweight, Quincy Williams. Light heavyweight, Nasheed Smith. Heavyweight, we have Jerry Forrest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lineup for the DC Destroyers. Once again, their head coach is Barry Hunter. Now it's time to begin DC and Las Vegas as Week 8 of Team Combat League continues. It is time to begin the second half of our doubleheader. Nothing more that I like than a boxing doubleheader. You know, I can't wait for fall. You know why? Because that's football season, obviously. I have professed my love for that. But, man, boxing double headers, and you don't find that when it comes to the team concept, and I love it. It's new, it's refreshing, and it's exhilarating.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? It's more exciting than being a Bears fan. No, Ray.
Oh, come on. Now, let's not go there. We're going to make the playoffs this year, Paulie. Believe you me.
I hope so.
I can't wait. But nonetheless, I'm excited. We got Florencio Britos, Tyrecia Douglas, two teams. You have Las Vegas 3-3, DC 2-3, two quality coaches, and they're just going at it. Look at this action.
Yeah, and one of those situations where, you want to continue to try to build your record so that you can position yourself for the playoffs. LA managed to stay alive today, which means LA is a little closer to these two teams. So these two teams are going to want to get a W and try to keep positioning themselves for the playoffs because none of these teams have clinched yet.
Well, here's an injury for Las Vegas. Sam Arnold is out with a shoulder injury. In his place, though, they got the Roy Jones Jr. stablemate, Andrew White Lightning Murphy. Murphy against Nasheed Smith, the DC amateur standout. What a matchup that is going to be. And also, Las Vegas has added, or DC has added, Alantez Fox, the brother of Mike Fox, who had an outing last week. Mike Fox has some stitches. He'll be out at least this week. What a shot there. Boy, oh boy, this action is they are starting off just so quick. I mentioned about Team Combat League. For the men, fastest 180 seconds in combat sports. For the women, the fastest 120 seconds in combat sports. Enjoying every bit of this. Good right hand there by Florencio Britos. Britos, short, compact shots. Tyrecia Douglas, though, very tough indeed.
Douglas fighting off those ropes smoothly.
That'll end the first round.
Close round.
So LA's victory for them, they are now 2-5. For Dallas, they fall to 2-4 on the year.
Yeah, again, battling for the playoffs too. Some are going to get in, some are not. So it's a battle for that position.
So these are the four teams that are vying for the final two playoff positions. So New York and Atlanta, they're off this week. They've clinched their playoff spots. They will be back next week as they continue with the regular season. But already they've qualified for the playoffs. Now we have Deontay Brown for Las Vegas, Derek Davis of DC. And I know that Bubba Jenkins isn't here, but he loves Derek Davis. I mean, he cannot talk it about how much he loves watching Derek Davis perform. And we are underway. Deontay Brown, Derek Davis, this one in the lightweight division. So Las Vegas 3-3, DC 2-3.
Brown, quick southpaw, but you got Davis there for DC, who's also been lanky, quick, good timing guy. This is a good little matchup. Two highly skilled fighters. I
do like that right hand that Derek Davis uses very much to his benefit.
Man, I guess a southpaw like Brown, it could come into play, but of course Brown is slippery himself and likes to go to those short, quick combinations.
And don't forget, we are back with Team Combat League next Saturday night, June 10th, right here from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino, week 9, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. Looking forward to being back for week number 9 of Team Combat League. Good right hand by Derek Davis.
Yeah, man, we'll be on right here. You watch us, and then you can flip over to the main event over at Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah,
we'll be on before that.
Exactly.
You guys get a little appetizer
It's a
here.
great appetizer, phenomenal appetizer. It's like some of the calamari that I enjoyed today here at Mohegan Sun. Great stuff. A little aioli, I'm good to go. Good counter left there by Deontay Brown. Don't forget to let us know on the live chat your thoughts, your comments. Who do you think's going to win? Cynthia Conti is going to keep us up to date all night long as to what your thoughts are. Also, our outstanding reporter interviewing a very happy Ricky Funes. Ricky Funes said, the Bad News Bears got to win tonight. Gotta love that. And also Alexander Flores, man, oh man, what a statement that he made.
Oh, yeah.
Finishing off Greg Hardy. That's no easy task.
Body shots there by Brown.
Oh, left hook upstairs by Derek Davis. I think Davis is picking up the pace of Las Vegas. Won that previous round with Florencio Britos. So Vegas is on top 10-9 in the early going of this 18-round matchup. Got some big matchups coming up. We got Michael Hunter, Asim Rahman. That's a marquee matchup.
I tell you, man, Brown's using that southpaw jab to a good advantage here.
There's a left that caught the attention of Derek Davis.
Yeah, good. I'll tell you, both these guys, good skilled boxers. Another good jab there by Brown.
They're patient, but they're not too patient. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. When they step on the gas, they go from first to fifth gear quick, because they have that kind of speed.
Final moments of the second round. Coming up, we have Ronnie Ostian and David Great. Oh, a point being deducted.
No, I think
it's a point being. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I think he lost his mouthpiece.
Oh, that's what it was. I'm like, because he was taking him around. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I miss here? I was getting ready to get upset. I apologize to Johnny Callis. I have a short fuse at times when it comes to point deductions. That'll end the second.
Hey, was that Brown's round? It was close.
I mean, it's one of those, as we say, a toss-up round. And I know fans want us to pick a side or, one way or another, but
he was just a little more consistent with the shorter shots. Well, there's a good left hook there by Davis in that replay.
Coming up, we'll have Ronnie Ostian for Las Vegas and David Grayton for DC. This is a matchup from a coaching standpoint. Barry Hunter and Dewey Cooper. I love just listening to their instructions and watching both guys coach because they both have a method to their madness.
Oh, they sure do. Both are very, very adept at also making the adjustments for their teams. Both have a lot of experience with high-level fighters.
Right away, they both are. You have David Grayton, who's a southpaw, conventional Ronnie Ostian. Ahmed Sheikh is the CEO of Team Combat League, certainly making things happen with this innovative concept. There's a nice left to the body by David Grayton. We are looking forward to the Mega Brawl in middle of July, the playoffs. We're back next week with week number 9 of Team Combat League. Already Atlanta, New York have qualified for the playoffs. LA victorious tonight over that of Dallas. And that round went to Las Vegas, so it is 20 to Deontay Brown. He upended Derek Davis, so an early lead for the Las Vegas Hustle. Now, if you're David Grayton, you want to swing things back into your favor.
Yeah.
There's a left that missed by Grayton.
Grayton been pushing the pace here in this round.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they kind of need it, man. They're DC needs this round to not fall too big of a hole. Good southpaw jab there by Grayton.
There are only so many times you can face an uphill climb. There's a left that nailed Ronnie Ostian. We're at now the halfway point of this third round. Beautiful right to the body by Ronnie Ostian. I think Grayton has been the one to get the better of the exchanges. He's landing the bigger punches, landing the more cleaner shots. Grayton tattooed Ostian with the left as Ostian goes backwards. Right to the body by David Grayton.
Yeah, Grayton has been pushing this. I think just on the fact that he's been kind of wanted it more and set up more offense. Been looking to boss the ring here. I think he's been putting himself in a position to get a round back for DC, a much needed round back for DC. As Ostian has been sort of defensive, a bit lackadaisical.
Ronnie Ostian going backwards. Grayton comes forward. Unloads a right upstairs. They are moving all over the place. This one in the lightweight division, or the welterweight division, I stand corrected. Ostian places the right on the body of Grayton, but I think it's too little too late for the Las Vegas Hustle own Ronnie Ostian.
Yeah, and that was much needed round for DC there. After being down 2 rounds, they needed a big round from Grayton. I think they got it.
Well, Graydon came out and was never in any peril whatsoever, Paulie.
No. Took control of the round from the start.
So coming up, we got Rejan Vega for Las Vegas. Monier Gregory, this one in the middleweight division. Johnny Callis, a referee in charge. It is just non-stop action is what we see. Fighters only compete one round at a time. And we have a new weight class, new fighters every single time. And we are inching closer to the playoffs. And that's going to be explosive, Paulie. We have had some close matchups all season long. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in the playoffs when we get to the semifinals of the playoffs and then to the Mega Brawl?
Yeah, well, everything on the line then. That's why these teams are trying to position themselves for the best seeding in the playoffs.
There's a jab followed by the right hand from Monier Gregory, starting off strong. He is pumping that jab with a lot of fluidity. Is that a Monier Gregory? And that went to Ronnie Austin. Wow.
Must be
so
getting
Las
late.
Vegas.
Must be getting late for the judges.
I'm just 30-27.
That's what happened when you have 100
Wow. I am bewildered.
Wild.
I cannot believe that they gave Ronnie Austin that round.
He didn't do anything.
I mean, are they trying to get to Tao sooner than what we are? Like, are you kidding me? What? Anyways, we'll go back to Rejan Vega, Monier Gregory. There's a right hand by Gregory. I think, DC, boy, that is not what the doctor ordered for them. And now they are down by 3 rounds.
Well, let's see, as Monier Gregory's done a good job of controlling center ring here with his height.
We're in the middleweight division. But again, I mean, just because you and I think it is clear-cut doesn't mean that the judges do.
Nah, bro. I mean, some things are too obvious, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Egregious is what I like to say. But that's another topic for the next few rounds, hopefully. Anyways, Monier Gregory looking good for DC. And right now, Rejan Vega really hasn't done anything significant, Paul.
No, but you never know what the judges are watching. So
I don't know if you get points for ducking and dodging, but not throwing and not landing anything.
Shot there on the inside by Vega. Vega now trying to get the round back here. I think he knows he's got to pick up the pace here, and he's trying to now and trying to push Monier back a little bit.
Monier Gregory, Rejan Vega continue to go at it. Vega is pressuring Gregory, but Gregory is the one that is landing. I don't think Vega is landing anything significant thus far, Paul.
A good hook inside there by Vega, though. He's trying to push the pace in the last part of this round. Let's see if it's enough to get it back from. And once Austin and one last round, the judges could be watching anything.
I mean, at this particular point, it's up in the air. There's a left hook that misses for Vega. But I think Gregory, though, has been the one to be able to dictate the pace, and that'll end the 4th round. Monier Gregory, a quality performance for Barry Hunter and the DC Destroyers. DC looking up, even up their record at 3-3. Here's some of the action from Monier Gregory and Rejan Vega. And Cynthia Conti, what are they saying on social media as we get ready for Alantez Fox making his TCL debut? He is the brother of Mike Fox and Kevin Newman. What social media saying?
Oh, they're not very happy. A lot of people are saying Grayton won that round. Main event Mark, 125. Whiteman. And then also welcome. I want to welcome, I can't say your first name, but Lopez. I wasn't aware of this league. This is great. Everyone gets to interact, so welcome. But yeah, they're not very happy. They think the fix is in. It's not in, guys.
The fix is not in.
It is definitely not in.
Just terrible judging. And I'm going to say the way that Chris Gilmore Sr. says it, it is terrible. Or Charles Barkley, terrible. That's exactly what it is. Anyways, we got Alantez Fox, the Fox brothers joining the Davidson brothers of Atlanta, the Perez brothers of LA, and the Hunters of Las Vegas. We got 4 sets of brothers that are with Team Combat League. My brother Miguel will be filling in for me next week. So 5 sets of brothers, 1 on commentary, and then 4 groups of brothers when it comes to fighting-wise. Montez Fox still making his TCL debut. Kevin Newman has been in the mix for a while. When it comes to prize fighting, 39-37. Gregory won that round. So, hey, the judges got it right for once. 39-37, Las Vegas on top. They are ahead by 2 against DC. The Fox brothers, certainly what a story that they are out of the Washington, D.C. area. 2 terrific fighters, willing to fight anybody and everybody. Kevin Newman, much like the same way, he will take on any combatant. Actually went to Mexico, the deep, really a strong part of Mexico, and fought a Mexican in his backyard. So
Fox trying to get that jab established. I think he'd be better off using that straight right hand instead of the winding right hand. He's coming up short with the winding right hand, especially that he's got Newman pulling back a lot.
As we'll take a look back at this action here. The jab followed by a right hand from Alantez Fox.
See Newman having a little bit of a hard time closing that gap. Fox could be a little busier though in controlling it, but nonetheless, Newman a bit hesitant to try to close that gap, getting that last distance, in that closing distance to get to Fox. There were short shots by Fox there, but he's controlling it with his range, but also Newman a bit intimidated by the height of Fox.
Absolutely, completely agree with you. There's a jab followed by a right hand from Kevin Newman. Montez Fox sending that jab. Coming up on the final 30 seconds of this matchup here at light heavyweight with Kevin Newman and Alantez Fox.
Newman with that leaping and body shot. That's the thing about TCL. You could have a guy with a big reputation in front of you, but it's only 1 round, so you don't have to be as intimidated as when you have to be in there 10 rounds.
Totally agree with you, Paulie.
Fox has the big reputation here, but it seems like Newman is sort of giving him a little too much respect and allowed Fox to control from the outside. Don't get me wrong, Fox has a good jab, good little short right hand, but Newman could have given him, I think, a bit more of a push, or may have been amused by Fox's reputation. Fox, obviously, as you know, said him and his brother Mikkel, good reputations within the sport of boxing.
Absolutely, Paulie. I mean, these guys have been around for a while.
Michael Hunter and Rockman is the one.
Yeah, it's Michael Hunter and Hasim Rockman. They have actually sparred the most out of any 2. They said that they've sparred the most rounds against each other. They've been sparring since Michael Hunter was 18 and Hasim Rockman was 16. So these 2 are no strangers to each other, and they benefit each other. Iron sharpens iron, and now they get it on.
Somebody's going to not benefit from this one.
No, here we go.
Only one of these guys went around.
This is massive when it comes to Team Combat League and this particular matchup with Michael Hunter and Hasim Rockman. Hasim Rockman, what a story for him. We have Las Vegas. Alantez Fox won that round, so it's 48-47 in favor of Las Vegas. So
I wonder if that round that they took from DC is going to come into play.
Here comes the David Bailey. It's very possible.
Still early, but we'll see.
It's only a 1-point advantage for Las Vegas on top of that of DC. We're into round number 6. Michael Hunter and Hasim Rockman. Rockman southpaw, conventional. Michael Hunter. You can tell they both have familiarity with each other. They both slipping around.
Yeah, it looked like Hunter was going to go down, and instead he grabbed the hold of Rockman and threw him down. And both Hunter was going down from slipping on that canvas.
Left to the body by Rockman.
Yeah, Rockman reaching in a little bit. He's got to be careful. Hunter could time him with something. Rockman switching stances back and forth now.
There's a jab ball by a right from Michael Hunter.
Big
right hand by Hunter on Rockman. Rockman ate it well, and he comes forward. The heavyweight certainly putting on a show here in this 6th round. Left hook that connected for Rockman.
Yeah, but 2 body shots by Hunter. Rockman gets busy. He gives himself a chance to win the round. Hunter trying to go to the body a lot here. Maybe he knows something about Rockman's ability to take body shots. Hunter's targeted the body a lot.
Rockman going to work here. Under a minute left here in this 6th round. A 1-point lead for Las Vegas. They're 3-3 on the year. Dallas, or DC, looking to even up their record. Mouthpiece is out.
Yeah, I think that uppercut shook the mouthpiece out of Rockman.
There's a left uppercut by Michael Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter has gone to southpaw now.
Yeah, Hunter trying not to give the break to Rockman to get his mouthpiece back in.
Time being called with Johnny Callis. Taking a look at some of the action here. Final moments of what has been a very compelling 6th round between Michael Hunter and Asim Rockman.
Yeah, I think Hunter's been busier here.
I would have to say I think it's close, but you're right, Paulie. I think with Hunter being just a bit busier.
Oh, went through ropes here. And sometimes it looks like Rockman's just stuck in the mud a little bit. You know, Hunter is obviously weighing more than what he is at his best contender weight, but nonetheless, he still has that natural movement that changes range and allowed him to be effective. Rockman walked him into a couple of shots, but I think Hunter was a busier guy and had the more consistent work. Let's see where they close the round. Hunter ducking underneath the ropes.
And now we have Deanna Hobbs and Dupe Akinola. They are going at it. Or they are going to go at it. This one in the women's featherweight division. And right now, Las Vegas, they are led by Dewey Cooper for DC. Barry Hunter already LA victorious over Dallas. LA 2-5 on the year. Dallas 2-4 on the year. This is round 7. This one's scheduled for 18. We have Deanna Hobbs and Dupe Akinola. It's a left hook that misses by Akinola. Akinola, one thing that we know about her is that she is tough, she is seasoned, and she will certainly bring her best every single time.
Yeah. And Hobbs a tough one herself. You know, trying to hold her ground here, trying to jump in there, press on Akinola.
See Deanna Hobbs, Akinola still trying to bring the fight to her.
Oh, good hook there by Akinola. Set up with a little feint there.
But back comes Deanna Hobbs. They are going only 2 minutes. And that's just standard when it comes to women's prize fighting. So right on the top of the head of Deanna Hobbs, a left hook for Akinola. Under a minute left here in the 7th round.
That's all the fight for here in this round. Let's see who closes it.
Las Vegas, good left hook upstairs. Right now we have the score. Las Vegas on top 58-56. Michael Hunter won that round over Asim Rockman, as you said, Paulie.
Yeah, he was just a busier guy here. We're trying to get it back for DC.
Final 30 seconds, final moments, beg your pardon, of this 7th round with Deanna Hobbs and Dupe Akinola. That'll conclude. Wow, what a combination for Dupe Akinola.
I tell you, sometimes it's hard to tell these girls apart in 2 minutes. You know, sometimes that final minute the guys get, it really kind of separates one winner of a round from the other. Sometimes in those 2 minutes, it's hard to really see somebody gaining that separation, and we're kind of robbed of that with the women.
You're going to give me and lead me into that conversation that I think we should have 3-minute rounds for women's pro boxers. I think that should be standard. I think it needs to happen, and I think it needs to happen sooner rather than later. Cynthia Conti, your thoughts? I think women's boxing should have 3-minute rounds.
I do too. I mean, I know that there's science backing everything about why they do too, but I personally would love to see 3. I agree with what Paulie said. When it comes down to that last minute, they're going to come and they're going to give it their all. They're going to show who has balls. So yeah, I put in. So women, yes.
Yes. No pun intended, right? Sir?
No pun intended. Sorry.
All I know is that we got Kobia Brady, Sherrod Williams here. 58-56 the score for Las Vegas on top. Ray Flores, Cynthia Conti, Paulie Malignaggi, Amir Tyson. Great to be with all of you here at Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Kobia Brady, here's a guy that just comes at you full steam for the full 180 seconds.
Yeah, he's been one of those dependable guys for DC. He's rough, man.
He will fight King Kong if you need to.
Yeah.
This guy is all about just get me in the ring. I'm in shape. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, and brings a good pace. I mean, Sherrod is given his own, but I mean, it's a constant pressure Kobia Brady brings.
Absolutely. So Akinola won that round. You know, from my standpoint, it's 67-66 for the Las Vegas Hustle, and DC is making a go of it as they always do.
Yeah, and if Brady can get this round, they'd be even again. Again, remember that one round where the whole world except for 3 judges thought DC won the round.
Undoubted play. We will have a bit of a break after the 9th. Look at them go. Sherrod Williams unloading that left hook upstairs.
Yeah, Sherrod allowing himself to be backed up a little bit to the ropes. Too much for me at times, but he does do some good work off the ropes. It's just isn't noticeable by the judges because Brady also comes in doing some good work, and he's the one who backs him to the ropes. It's okay to box off the move. You don't want to spend too much time on the ropes.
I agree, and there's a right to the body by Kobia Brady. So left hook upstairs by one Kobia Brady. They both are mixing up. Sherrod Williams just being chased down by Brady.
Yeah, he's letting himself get put on the back foot too much. And now you can kind of see Brady. Again, this is what I mean about that final minute. It's the final minute Brady has sort of separated himself a little bit from Williams and shown that, you know, this is going to be his round.
Gary Hunter urging on Kobia Brady to still keep his aggressive nature. Overhand right, look at him just swarming Sherrod Williams. And that'll end the 8th. We got round number 9 coming up with Alan Medina and Patrick Harris. Terrific stuff that we are witnessing here tonight at Mohegan Sun. It is week 8 of Team Combat League. And right now we have Aled Medina and Patrick Harris. This one in the welterweight division.
Southpaw versus southpaw.
This is something you don't see often.
Hook there by Medina on the inside.
Good right hook upstairs by Patrick Harris. Already, they have gone and unloaded power shots in the first 35 seconds.
Medina with a good left hand there as well.
So right hook to the body by Patrick Harris. Look at this. They just continue to battle away upon each other. Left hook that landed, or a straight left for Patrick Harris.
Good little countering shots by Harris, holding his ground and firing in between Medina.
Medina's throwing more looping shots. Harris landing the straighter punches from my estimation. Nice bobbing and weaving is Patrick Harris. And they are the teammates of Patrick Harris urging him on. And And now here comes the Las Vegas Hustle team. They try to cheer on Alan Medina.
And it's a good give and take in this round by both guys. Oh, good left hand there by Medina inside.
This
body shot by Harris.
Oh, look at this action. Oh, my goodness. And right now, we are tied at 76. That round went to Kobia Breedy. So DC has won the last 2 rounds, Paulie. And they have deadlocked this one at 76 apiece.
Oh, good uppercut there by Harris. Harris, some good timing shots. And Medina with a good left hand there as well as Harris going straight back. Another good combination by Medina there.
Double jab by Alan Medina. Under 30 seconds left of this welterweight matchup with Alan Medina and Patrick Harris. Patrick Harris, Alan Medina. There's a left that clock. Medina for Harris. And Medina throwing shots, and that'll end.
That was a good round, man. Good, entertaining round.
To me, that was the best round of the matchup.
Skill and will from both guys, man.
Totally agree, and boy, that was some exciting stuff, Paulie. Definitely enjoyed seeing that action as we'll go back and revisit it.
Daquan Wyatt and Quincy Williams next. Middleweights.
So now wait a minute, we're going right into round 10. This one's scheduled for 18. And now this one is in the middleweight division. The reason why I'm a bit perplexed, I thought we were going to have a little bit of a break, but I guess the break will come a little bit later.
Towel closes. Towel closes, right? You got to get right to towel.
Yeah, I guess, Towel needs
the show must go on. So
the show must go to Towel. And great sushi spot here, Mohegan Sun, but you guys don't care, nor should you. As right now we have DC winning that one. So DC has won the last 3 rounds, 86-85. They're on top of Las Vegas.
Something tells me that the fans at home don't care about the breaks anyway. They
want to see action. The reason why I say break, I didn't mean like a old school WWF pay-per-view, 5-minute intermission. We're going to actually have an interview and everything else, but I guess we'll find out the clash of heads here as Ricky Gonzalez watching the action.
Oh, good exchange.
Beautiful left hook upstairs by Quincy Williams.
Yeah,
Boy, is he starting off strong.
Wyatt and Williams fight like they owe each other money.
Literally. Quincy Williams starting off strong. Daquan Wyatt going backwards. He's gotten clobbered. But back comes Daquan Wyatt.
Yeah, good hook by Williams to the body. Good right hand to the head by Wyatt. And the trading continues. Oh, good.
Oh, down goes Daquan Wyatt. Quincy Williams puts him down.
Yeah, as Wyatt was throwing his own shot. Again, it's the shot you don't see coming. And Williams even did a dance in front of him. That's big for DC as he gives a 10-8 round.
DC has won the last 3 rounds with Akinola, Breedy, and Harris, and now they get a knockdown with Quincy Williams over Daquan Wyatt.
Wyatt's still hurt. He's still trying to on shaky legs.
This could be a 10-7 round.
Oh, it could take down by Wyatt just to keep him surviving. Dewey Cooper is the coach from Vegas. He can teach you a couple of takedowns.
Yeah, that would make Bubba Jenkins happy, who is watching at home, getting ready for his fight.
But it helps him survive because Wyatt was almost on his way down again, and that takedown got him a couple of seconds break.
Daquan Wyatt has gotten hammered. There's a big right hand there by none other than Daquan Wyatt. Big right hand. He's in trouble. Quincy Williams looking to finish off. Daquan Wyatt, a right hand. He's barely on his feet.
Wyatt has to just cover up for now.
And Ricky Gonzalez will stop it. A 10-7 round for Quincy Williams as he holds Daquan Wyatt.
That's huge for DC. Very, very big for these. That creates an instant cushion with the battle even, and also a momentum for DC, right? Where they won 4 or 5 rounds in a row now.
They have won Akinola, Brady, Harris, and now Quincy Williams with 2 knockdowns, 10-7, a 3-point round. They are locked and loaded. Wow.
That's why you got to keep your shots short on the inside.
Quincy Williams laying down the hammer upon Daquan Wyatt.
The credit to Wyatt, he tried everything he could to stay on his feet. He tried everything to get through the round and not to cost his team the extra point. Because, you know, you get knocked down, it's 10-8, but you get stopped, it's 10-7. He tried everything. But, you know what, eventually the referee had seen enough. Stood on his feet the whole time after the knockdown, but, man, he got punished for it.
Well, now we have, with Sam Arnold out, we have Andrew White Lightning Murphy, who is making his Las Vegas debut, and he takes on Nasheed Smith, who is 2-0 in Team Combat League, the DC Amateur Standout. My goodness, this action has just been simply remarkable here tonight from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. I believe they are looking over Daquan Wyatt. So now DC's on top, 96-92. 92,
wow.
Over Las Vegas. DC is rolling.
Yeah, DC's giving themselves a big cushion here.
Well, now we're at light heavyweight. Andrew Murphy.
Murphy making his debut, you said, right?
TCDL.
Talk about getting put in a pressure spot on your debut. I mean, his team needs this round in a bad way. I mean, this is his debut, and right away he gets put into a situation where it's a must-win round.
Yeah, he's actually filling in for Sam Arnold, the third, who has been probably one of the MVPs for the Las Vegas Hustle this year. And Murphy trying to add his own flavor to the Las Vegas team.
Good right hand.
Nice right hand by Andrew Murphy upon Nasheed Smith. Good stiff jab for Nasheed Smith. Andrew Murphy and Smith continue to battle it out. Right hand. An echoing right hand by Murphy.
Murphy's got a sneaky right hand that's landed 3 times already. You can see, you know, Smith is sort of a smooth style. Almost like he's gonna set Murphy up for something, but it's Murphy who's been stealing moments here with those 3 right hands in the early part of this round.
Yeah, Murphy's not shy to throw that right hand at all. But here comes Nasheed Smith.
Yeah, Smith beat him to the punch there with a shorter left hand than Murphy's right hand.
You see that Murphy's trying to duck and dodge and get out of the way of some of the punches from Nasheed Smith.
You can almost tell Smith has more of a smooth style, but that awkwardness of Murphy can throw you off. Oh,
there's a left that momentarily stopped Murphy in his tracks.
And there's a good right hook there by Smith. He's starting to find the range.
Well, Nasheed Smith is undefeated at Team Combat League 2-0 in his outings here.
And I think Murphy needs to break up the rhythm with a bit of a feint or something, because Smith is starting to get the trajectory on him with the timing. You could kind of see that coming. You could see Smith has a smoother style, smoother demeanor to his body language. So you want to throw that off if you're Murphy with a couple of feints, you know, level changes and whatnot. Murphy sort of roughed his way in with some good right hands. Good body shot there by Murphy, though.
There's a left by Nasheed Smith that found its mark.
And a good right hook by Nasheed Smith as well. He sweeps good with that right hook, almost in a check style. And sometimes Murphy does reach in a little bit. Murphy now trying to showboat as well. Good action from both of these guys. They're trying to hustle each other as well.
Good shot there with Nasheed Smith. 20 seconds to go here in this 11th round.
Good effort from both guys. Shorter punching of Smith may have just edged it for him. This is a good round for both guys. This is a good, entertaining round. And both guys not wanting to give it inches. It's coming to a close.
And that'll end the round.
I'll tell you what, if Vegas needed the round, I mean, Murphy definitely gave it the effort. We'll see who the judges give it to. It's a close round. But, you know, if Vegas needed it, I mean, Murphy tried.
Totally agree with you, Paulie. We'll go back and take a look at this Terrific action that we have witnessed here at Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino.
Yeah. The smoother boxing of Smith may have edged it, but I tell you, Murphy's hustle would also have gotten it for him. It's a close round. And here we got Skylar Lacey and Jerry Forrest.
And Jerry Forrest. Jerry Forrest is going to rematch Michael Hunter later on. And why is that significant? Because Jerry Forrest and Michael Hunter fought to a draw in December of 2021. So Jerry Forrest, the newest addition to DC in the heavyweight division, and Skylar Lacey, and also, you see that Lacey is taking over as the number 2 heavyweight within Las Vegas, right behind Michael Hunter.
Yeah, who's the other one? Scuderi usually is.
Scuderi. Giovanni Scuderi not in the lineup from my knowledge for Las Vegas here tonight. But they are behind that of Michael Hunter. So, wow. Right now you have DC on top 105-102 over Las Vegas. There's a jab ball by a right hand from Skylar Lacey.
Some awkwardness on the part of both these guys. Forrest is looking at Lacey like, yo, don't stop raking me with the glove.
Yeah, he's like, exactly. Forrest is one of those guys, he has been in there against some high-level opposition, as Jerry Forrest. The fact that he took Michael Hunter to the draw. Jerry Forrest, as a professional, his record 26-6-2. He fought the likes of Jared Anderson, Kubrat Pulev, also fought Jili Zhang, who just finished off Joe Joyce, handing out his loss. Many people thought that Jerry Forrest beat Joe Joyce, fought Carlos Tatam, Jermaine Franklin, who fought Anthony Joshua. So Forrest has fought anybody and everybody.
And Murphy got the last round for Vegas, a much needed round for Vegas. It was close though, but he pulled it out with his effort and his grit, and he's got Vegas within 3 points now.
Well, right now, Las Vegas, they are trying to get back into this matchup.
Skylar Lacey's made it really, really rough on Forrest, I'll tell you. Changing range, smothering him a little bit. Forrest has had trouble kind of getting into his own range. I just think of the Goonies when I see Skylar Lacey.
Well, you know what? He has his own unique sense of style in the ring. There's a right hand, and Forrest going backwards. Gets clogged with a couple right hands. Forrest is stumbling all over the place.
Yeah, man. Defensively, you got to stay responsible. I think he got his mouthpiece knocked out as well. Good moment by Lacey. I think he's had himself a good round.
I think Skylar Lacey's stealing this round over Jerry Forrest.
Oh, Skylar lost the mouthpiece.
So Skylar lost his mouthpiece. Wow.
While he was punching.
Maybe he might have just been trying to really go after it against Jerry Forrest. It's a right hand by Skylar Lacey. Another right hand. Skylar Lacey looking outstanding. The left hook. That'll end the 12th.
He's still talking.
So Skylar Lacey and Jerry Forrest they end their round, and it was certainly action-packed indeed.
Skylar was taking no prisoners. He was ready to fight another round against Forrest.
Well, that is the end. We have a pause, and we will have the money rounds coming up, but Cynthia Conti is going to be talking with a couple of fighters who've been making some big impressions and some statements here from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino this week 8 of Team Combat League. Ray Flores, Paulie Malignaggi, also Amir Tyson, Cynthia Conti. Honored to be with all of you. Cynthia Conti is standing by with a fighter from DC who's making a lot of noise. Cynthia.
Quincy Williams, what a fight. You look at that big old cheesy smile. You got a great knockout. You kept coming, and he kept standing. What was going on? And you eventually got him out.
He was just holding. He was just trying to survive in there. I heard his coach, he was just saying, just box. So I was just going to walk him down, I knew I was going to hurt him because he ain't had no power.
Is that what? Do you guys talk in the ring? Were you talking some smack in there?
No, not this time. Last week I was talking some smack, but this time, no.
You've had some double knockouts last week and even this week, but you know what? You are one of the fighters that everyone's watching out. I'm looking at the stream, and you've got a lot of fans. Can you do a shout-out real quick to your fans?
Yeah, I just shout out to y'all. Yeah, keep supporting me, and I'm going to keep performing for y'all.
All right, well, best of luck in the next round. All right, Kobio Breedy, Sherrod Williams. Very action-packed, even fight. I swear, both of you guys, same height, same everything. How did that fight go to you in there?
Man, it go good. I feel like I won it. I feel like I brought more action. I was landing the cleaner punches. I feel like I controlled the fight. And I pressed the fight all the way on. And you know me, if you all know me, I'm an aggressive fighter. That's why they call me Soldier Breedy, my boxing professional name. When I'm in that ring, I go to war.
Well, you know, DC is putting a beating so far right now, but it is a very, very close matchup. But that knockout that your partner just get, you saw what happened. Anything can happen in Team Combat League, so best of luck to you.
Yes, I want to best it up. But first, I want to shout out my people from the DMV, and I want to shout out my people from Barbados. Let's go, DC, let's go, Destroyers. We about to take this win today. Let's go.
Did you say the DMV as in like?
DMV, and I'm from Barbados, so I shout out my Barbados people that's watching on the streams from Barbados. Yes, let's go. Let's get it. DC Destroyer, let's go.
You're like, it's all right. That's for everybody. All right, you guys heard it. Best of luck to you and Team DC. DC is looking to destroy Las Vegas.
Oh, let's go, DC.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. I love the personalities that we're seeing from Quincy Williams and also Kobia Breedy. I mean, these guys are really just, showing so much. And DC, they are on top 114-112. But again, Paulie, we got another close matchup with 6 rounds to go.
Yeah. It's going to be all, 2-point advantage for DC. For my money, it should be more, but they gave Vegas a round that I'm still keeping in mind. That round 3, before that round 3 was Austin against Grayton.
You know what? This is why I love Paulie Malignaggi, because he's going to call a spade a spade. You're still upset about
because now
Grayton and Ronnie Austin.
The difference is 2 points. It could be 4 points, and if that comes into play and hurts DC in this matchup, I'm going to be aggravated about it, man.
Wait, real fast, guys.
Yes.
Showtime Sean Porter is on the stream.
Oh, what's up, Showtime?
Showtime Sean P.
Oh, man. Okay, so one of your former folks.
Yeah, we got to get him over here to check out these fights.
Sean Porter, hey, I know you're watching out there. We need to get a team from Cleveland in the mix here when it comes to Team Combat League. And Sean, if you're listening, I know you're watching. And if you want to head up be a coach for Team Combat League or commentator. Oh, big shot there. We got Keith Hunter, David Grayton going at it. Look at this.
I tell you what, if anybody remembers Sean Porter's style, he would have been perfect with something like this.
Can you imagine?
One round, he would maul you in every way.
Goodness.
This kind of thing is right up Sean Porter's alley.
Now, Sean.
Matter of fact, one round at a time, Sean might still be able to do this.
Hey, if Ahmed Sheikh is listening, if he may want to bring out Sean Porter out of retirement, I think Sean Porter might be, you can go ahead and bring him back in the ring. And look at this action with Keith Hunter, David Grayton. Oh, my goodness.
I think Callis wanted to break them, but then he thought better of it.
Literally, we get on the topic about trying to bring Sean Porter out of retirement, and we're missing Keith Hunter and David Grayton just go at it here in Sean Porter's welterweight division.
I thought Grayton won the first round that he fought in round 3 of this matchup, but he's definitely not winning this round so far. Hunter is having himself a torrid round.
Not at all. Oh, man, what action. This is too much fun. And to think, Paul, we're getting paid to do this. I mean, this is really
they are too. I mean, we have it easy.
Yeah, so are they. I mean, we have it easy. I'm not, dodging punches, But here we go. They've settled in. Midway point of this 13th round.
And Grayton settled in now, but he's got a lot of work to do if he's going to try to get himself back into the round. In the second half of the round, he's going to need a lot of momentum. And Hunter's not easy to deal with. He's got that range. He knows how to use it. He knows how to step on the gas when he lands a good punch.
We got the Hunter brothers. We got the Perez brothers, the Davidson brothers. We got the Fox brothers.
Oh, Keith is Michael's brother.
Yeah, so
quality runs in the family.
Absolutely. Under a minute left here in this 13th round. And look at Keith Hunter's pounding his gloves and say, come on, let's do this. So right hand, a 2-point advantage. Paulie, not to say you're right, but you are. This is likely a round for Keith Hunter, meaning it will be a 1-point advantage only for DC.
Yeah, I mean, this is a clear round for Hunter. As shocking as it was when they didn't give Grayton the earlier round that he fought in, I think it'd be even more shocking if they gave him this round.
It just puts more of pressure on DC, especially with Grayton not getting that third round that he went ahead and had.
Well, Hunter very adept at throwing that right hand from a good range, so he get good leverage on it when he lands it.
Yeah, Grayton with that round against Ronnie Austin now has his hands full against none other than Keith Hunter. Big right hand by Hunter, another one. Oh, he's just unloading upon Grayton, and look at Hunter go. Oh boy,
they're still talking. That's what I like about this DCL. I don't think these guys get enough of each other in one round. So some of them are mad that the round is over. So all they can do is talk to each other.
You could tell they're upset. They have to use some theatrics.
Usually, you fight 4, 6, 8, or 10 rounds against a guy. You're done talking after because you got it all out of you. Sometimes I don't think these guys get it all out of them against one another in a round, and the round ends and they're still barking and chirping at each other.
It's not enough, and now we have Florencia Britos and Dupe Akinola matching up. Don't forget, week number 9 of Team Combat League comes your way next Saturday night, June 10th, here from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino on the TCL YouTube page. Looking forward to week 9 next week, next Saturday night, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time here on the TCL YouTube page. Florencia Britos, Dupe Akinola going at it now.
Yeah, tune in next week, man. We will be your appetizer before you tune into Lopez against Taylor. We will be your appetizer. We're on earlier in the night, 7 o'clock.
Oh, I have to, Sean Porter just said, I will eventually get to a TCL, so we have extended the invitation.
Oh, I love it. Perfect. So Hunter won that round 123-122. DC on top
Are we scheduled to get on the West Coast later in the season?
I believe that. Look, a little, my sources tell me maybe. Big right hand there by Akinola, possibly for the semifinals and the final, the Mega Brawl.
Yeah, so Sean can get to those easily. He's out there off the base.
Looking forward to hanging out with Showtime Sean Porter. We have now 65 seconds to go. One of my whole points with women's boxing, I think it needs to be 3 minutes, and it's certainly not enough because look at them go.
Yeah,
big right hand by Britos.
Akinola's landing the cleaner shots, I think, this round so far. Britos has to get some work done. She's holding it. That's blatant holding, and Cal's going to warn her. Yeah, he did there.
Right in over the top there by Akinola. Coming up on 30 seconds remaining in this 14th round. It is getting close here. DC, they are 2-3 on the year. Las Vegas 3-3 on the year. Right hand there by Britos. And Akinola and Britos, they're fighting almost in a phone booth. Welcome to Team Combat League. That'll end the 14th round. Tremendous stuff here that we are witnessing at Mohegan Sun. As we'll go back and take a look at the action from... Now we have Ronnie Austin and Patrick Harris. Austin, if you remember, was the recipient of a gift when he went ahead and fought David Grayton in round number 3.
Let's see how he does here with Harris.
Patrick Harris looks solid against Alan Medina. As we will get ready to begin round 15. We're scheduled for 18. Again, the action getting close. After this round, we'll go to Cynthia Conti and get her thoughts on what is transpiring and also hear what the world you are saying on the live chat on the TCL YouTube page. One thing about TCL, Paulie, we are live, we're interactive, and we want to hear from you, the fans. And we are now, you see, Britos won that round, so we're tied at 132 apiece. And Paulie, that round in which Ronnie Austin got over David Grayton would have meant that DC would likely be on top, but now we're even at 132.
Yeah. And man, I tell you, this round's close too. And ironically, Austin is in the ring.
He's one of those guys that, I mean, I remember talking with Mike Fox, and Mike Fox has been in very close fights. He goes, man, what do I have to do to swing the judges in my favor? I'm doing enough, and in my mind it's clear, but they just don't see it my way. Mike Fox not in action for DC this week. His brother Lantes competing. He'll likely be back next week. Well, Mike Fox, looking forward to seeing him back in action. There's a nice straight left by Patrick Harris. Another straight left by Harris. Coming up on the midway point of the 15.
Austin not fighting much better this round than he did the first time around against Grayton. Harris pushing the pace.
Good left by Patrick Harris.
Because sometimes when it's just a matter of a round, it's just a matter of fighting like you want it. If you end up fighting like you want it, you may be able to out-hustle a more talented opponent. In a one-round fight, it's more than anything else. You may be able to do that. And a lot of times, tonight I've seen, Austin has just not been willing to push himself more.
Absolutely. And right now we are in the final 40-plus seconds of this round with Ronnie Austin and Patrick Harris. And the action is certainly heating up. Right now we are even up at 132 apiece, Paulie. And this is so significant because both teams are trying to vie for playoff positions. How big is this? Every round is so critically important for both teams. You remember that of LA with Alexander Flores knocking out Greg Hardy to cement their victory and keep their playoff hopes alive. And that'll end that of the round, the 15th round. And coming up, we got the rematch that people have, if you don't know, now you know. Michael Hunter and Jerry Forrest, they fought in December of 2021. A draw between the two. Michael Hunter and Jerry Forrest going to go at it here with Team Combat League.
And I think DC put themselves up ahead with that last round from Harris.
Well, look at this. Both guys are clapping as what a matchup this is going to be with Jerry Forrest and Michael Hunter. They fought in December of 2021, and now here we go with their rematch in round 16 of Team Combat League. Michael Hunter representing Las Vegas, Jerry Forrest representing DC. We are underway. Their first fight was a riveting contest, Paulie, in New York City at the Manhattan Center.
How about there once or twice?
Yeah, what a place.
I didn't know they still had fights there.
They still do as much as December of 2021. And now DC won that round. Harris won it, so it's 142-141 in favor of DC on top of Las Vegas. So for Michael Hunter, he's been the star along with Sam Arnold of Las Vegas. Right hand on Jerry Forrest. Hunter taking it right to Forrest.
Hunter trying to get that hustle in there.
Literally living up to the moniker of the Las Vegas nickname. Big right hand for Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter wants to make an indelible impression as to say, look, you got away with the draw in our first meeting. I'm going to prove to you that I'm the man. And Forrest went backwards.
Yeah, he's been pushing it. Forrest's trunks are ripped now. It's getting worse and worse for Forrest.
Big left hook upstairs by Michael Hunter. I think for Michael Hunter, he's really swinging for the fences, but in a calculated manner.
Yeah. But he's also trying to put the punches together. And, he's trying to make the fight. Forrest, like I said, Forrest's pants are ripped along the left leg.
That's unfortunate. Little bit of a wardrobe mishap. Malfunction, yes. It's not ideal. Coming up on a minute to go, the 16th round. A 1-point lead for DC. They're on top of Las Vegas.
Yeah, but unless Forrest does something to change things around, that 1-point lead's going to evaporate.
Again, when it comes to the playoffs, already Atlanta and New York have qualified. They've clinched playoff spots, so there are 2 spots available. And these 2 teams, Las Vegas and DC, very much in the playoff mix. LA keeping their playoff hopes alive with the win over Dallas earlier tonight. Big right hand found its destination for Michael Hunter.
He's looking for something big here.
He's looking at a left hook, followed by a right for Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter looking to land that big shot on Jerry Forrest. Forrest barely remaining upright. He's holding on to the rope. He's exhausted as Jerry Forrest.
Hunter looked for a big uppercut the whole round. I don't think he landed it once, but he landed almost everything else.
Final stages of the 16th round.
It's a round for Hunter, and he's back even for me.
So we are likely deadlocked once again. Paulie, take us through what you saw.
Yeah, just Hunter's searching more for the action. Again, sometimes, as I said last round, it's a matter of just wanting the round more than your opponent. You just put the effort in, and when it's one round, sometimes you can make it so that talent doesn't come into play here. And I think Michael Hunter has a lot of talent. Obviously, his career proves that. But in that round, he won that round because he wanted it more. He took it and took control of it.
So now we have round 17. Rejan Vega, Quincy Williams. Williams
got the big stoppage.
Wow, what a big stoppage that he had. A 10-7 round over Daquan Wyatt.
And Williams, DC has 2 good fighters coming up the next 2 rounds. So if they were with the thing being all even at this point, DC has Williams coming up now and Nasheed Smith coming up in the last round.
151 apiece that we are tied. We are literally in the money rounds. 2 more rounds remaining here in the second half of our doubleheader from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Don't forget, we're back a week from tomorrow night. A left hook for Quincy Williams.
Vega having trouble. Vega should at least try to be jabbing his way in or something. He's backing up, but he's not even using his left hand as a measuring or anything. He just got those hands up, and he's out of range, and Williams keeping him out of range with that sharp jab. See Vega try to counter left hook there. He's trying to hope that Williams gives up his height, but honestly, if Vega doesn't start trying to create something himself, he's going to go nowhere in this round.
Well, Quincy Williams is pushing the pace with that double jab, followed by the right hand down the center.
Yeah, he's backing up Vega with the jab, but he's also maintaining a certain range that Vega can't work at because of that jab.
Double jab for Quincy Williams.
I want to do a quick shout out to the fans that are tuning in. They're tuning in from Houston, Dallas, Las Vegas, Massachusetts. My goodness, Las Vegas, Los Angeles. So thank you guys for tuning in. And some people even said, let's do international TCL. Bring it on the road.
International TCL.
They want to do. Someone's like, let's do an Ireland team.
I tell you what, if you tune in enough and this thing grows bigger, I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
I love it. It could be the World Cup of boxing, huh? Ahmed Sheikh, people are saying international TCL. Man, oh man, we're handling business stateside next year. Season 2, 12 teams will be added to the entire roster of teams. So we're going to go from 6 teams to 12 teams. We're growing faster than the MLS.
Going faster as Williams is going in this round.
Yes, he is.
Dominant round by Quincy Williams.
Big left by Vega, but back comes Quincy Williams.
I think you can have a TCL in every country, man.
Literally.
You can have a domestic leagues in every country. You can have, then have sort of a Champions League like in soccer. Each of the winners of each of the domestic leagues would have their own Champions League.
Paulie, you're thinking along my lines, man. And I got a wonderful coach for Russia. I think we can go with Hasbulla, my man, the greatest of all time. He could be the coach.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you have a TCL in every country, you'd have a league in every country. You'd need multiple coaches. You need multiple coaches in each country.
I agree, and Hasbulla would be great for Russia. But again, that'll end round 17. Williams looked outstanding. He has been tremendous all night long.
Yeah.
Is Hasbulla in jail still? Your boy?
No, he's out.
They bailed him out, no?
I think he's out. I have that T-shirt on.
Free Hasbulla. It worked.
He needs to be out, and they need to let him out.
They sold enough of them, they could afford the bail, right?
Oh, come on.
They did.
They sold enough of them. What are you talking about, Paulie? Anyways, Quincy Williams has done wonders for DC, picking up 4 points here.
It's going to be important for Nasheed Smith to hold the lead here for DC, but I'll tell you what, DC wants to depend on somebody. Smith is a good fighter to have to depend on. Let's see if Newman can upend it.
Well, right now,
of course, a knockdown either way.
Knockdown. Well, right now, if you're Las Vegas, you have to depend on Kevin Newman for DC and Nasheed Smith. And as we look at it, yes, Williams did win that round, so 161-160. Right now, Las Vegas 3-3 on the year. DC 2-3. A win for DC would make them 500 on the season.
Ray Charles would have told you that Quincy Williams could have seen that Quincy Williams won last round.
Absolutely. Well, what a night for Quincy Williams. 4 points that he has provided for the DC Destroyers with Barry Hunter and company. Look at Kevin Newman go, though.
Yeah, Kevin Newman trying to get it back here. He must win for Vegas in this round. He's trying to hustle it.
Well, if you're Nasheed Smith, the impetus is to go out there and save this matchup.
They can serve this lead, and it's also the impetus for Newman Newman as well to try to win the round and save this matchup for Vegas.
For Las Vegas, absolutely.
Good left hand there by
Nasheed Smith. Good jab by Nasheed Smith. Overhand left by the DC Destroyer. This is in the light heavyweight division. Straight left there by Nasheed Smith. I think Smith is getting the better of the exchanges here.
Yeah, doing a good job of being first and keeping that range, but now he's allowed himself to get on the ropes. This is where Newman has to get to work. He's got Smith up against the ropes. He allowed Smith to juke him back to center ring here. A couple of feints and a couple of punches.
Coming up on 75 seconds to go, the 18th and final round here from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Don't forget, we'll be back next Saturday night, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time here on the TCL YouTube page. TCL growing faster than the MLS with 12 teams being added next year in season 2. But we are in the midst of this playoff run. Both Las Vegas and DC trying to clinch playoff spots over the next few weeks and get to the semifinals with the ultimate goal to be a part of the Mega Brawl and win the Team Combat League Season 1 championship.
I think Smith has a slight advantage in this round, but it's still up in the air for Newman to grab it. It's not a definitive advantage. Newman could still do something here. Good right hand there.
Beautiful right hook from Nasheed Smith.
Oh, good hook there by Smith.
Smith hammered Kevin Newman. The end of the 18th round is upon us.
I think Smith has locked it in for DC. 2 good closers for DC in the last couple of rounds with Williams and Smith.
Boy,
I think they've prevented that point they got robbed earlier from being a big part of the decision.
Cynthia Conti, as I prepare to go and get the official verdict, can you tell us about what the world is saying, who they believe won this out of Las Vegas or DC?
A lot of the fans have DC winning. A lot of the fans, but
so do we.
Yeah. So I mean, but based off the performance, Let's see. The DC Destroyer 64%, Las Vegas Hustle 35%. So everyone that voted, thank you very much. You guys saw the live scoring. We put it on the screen for you, so there is nothing hidden. You saw the fighters fight, and great knockouts, Paulie.
Yeah.
My God.
Big statements.
Woo.
Between both doubleheaders and some good knockouts. Quincy Williams, good stoppage in this matchup. Earlier tonight, we saw Hardy get stopped as well by the LA team.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like every time I say
by Flores.
Yeah, and the interview with Flores, he was very, very content. He was very, he was happy with his performance.
Yeah,
he just said he just opened up and I got him.
I mean, a stoppage in this is so big, such big momentum for your team. A three-point round comes into play so much, and because each and every round is competitive with these teams, they all have very capable rosters. So anytime you can get a guy who can come in and get a 3-point round for you, I mean, it is very, very big. And I think tonight it shows that. I mean, the two teams that got a 3-point round, which is earlier tonight was LA over Dallas with when Flores got it over Hardy. They ended up winning. And I think tonight Williams getting a 3-point round for DC here in the second half of our doubleheader also comes into play, as I think that's going to make a difference in this one as well.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go to Ray in the ring with the results.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the second half of our doubleheader between DC and Las Vegas, here is your final score. DC 171, Las Vegas 169. DC improves to 3-3 on the year. Las Vegas falls to 3-4 on the season. Congratulations to Barry Hunter and his entire team. Paulie, back to you. This is a very excited DC Destroyers team.
And DC gets back to 500 at 3 wins, 3 losses. As you just heard Ray announce it, big win for DC. The playoffs are still a possibility as they are in the playoff race now at 3-3. See, Vegas falls to 3-4. LA is a team that's out of the playoff race. They're what are they at? 2-5. I think there's another team that's out of the playoff race right now. Who's the other team that's out of the playoff race, Ray?
So the playoff standings.
LA's out right now.
So LA is on the outside looking in.
One more team.
And so we have DC. DC is now 3-3. Las Vegas falls to 3-4 on the season. Dallas, on the other hand, they are 2-4 on the year. So right now,
Dallas and LA are out.
So right now, Dallas and LA are out. Who are in are these two teams in Las Vegas and also DC, but
and also New York and Atlanta.
But Atlanta and New York have clinched playoff spots. So New York and Atlanta have clinched playoff spots. But right now, the two teams that are in are Las Vegas and DC. LA and Dallas are on the outside looking in from the playoff spots. So that is how things have unfolded so far.
So LA basically got Dallas out of the playoff spot by beating them tonight while they themselves stayed alive.
Yes, so right now, over the next few weeks, it is likely possible that Dallas will be facing, now LA's facing a must-win from here on out.
And they're playing New York.
And they're going up against New York. Now, for Dallas, they are now facing a must-win situation from here on out as well.
Wow. Going to be interesting, man. Going to be interesting close to the season because
look,
because DC and Vegas are going to want to protect their playoff spots that they are in right now, but they're just holding on by the skin of their teeth themselves.
Well, it is going to be a riveting few weeks for Team Combat League. So next week we have, it's going to be very interesting. When we have, looking forward to the matchups next week, and then, so we have week 9, then week 10, and then we get in the semifinals, and then the finals. So there are only 4 more weeks of Team Combat League remaining, and I got to tell you, Paulie, much like how we get to the end of the NFL regular season, expect madness and a lot of back and forth. Exactly.
Like tonight with Flores knocking out Hardy.
I mean, can you imagine? Alexander Flores likely saved LA season for another week.
Yeah, absolutely. Big 3-point. I was just saying that to Cynthia. The 3-point rounds are so big in a competition where every round is competitive. And tonight, the two teams that got the 3-point rounds were the ones that ended up being the winner.
Well, Cynthia Conte looking forward to talking with a victorious Barry Hunter. And how about DC? They were 0-2. They've come back. They're now 500. They've been involved in close matchups. before. They always have these 1-point matchups tonight, 2 points, but Cynthia Conti is standing by. So Cynthia Conti is with a very happy and delighted, one of the best coaches and trainers in the business. Here is Cynthia Conti with Barry Hunter.
World-renowned Barry Hunter, congratulations. I saw you in the ring looking at a mirror. You're like, yes, you knew.
Thank you. Yeah, I did. It was strategy all the way through, and we knew that we were going to save their big gun for last, which was Mike. And all we needed was Jerry to just not get stopped. And I figured now she would bring it home.
Okay, Jerry did not get stopped, but
he lost. Now, to Jerry's side, I called him. It was last minute. You know what I mean? He didn't have a chance to work. This is all new to him. A new concept, the whole nine. So, he did what we needed him to do.
Survived. Well, I mean, you got it. 171, 169. We saw it with earlier the fights Los Angeles. They're here for one more night. You knocked out Las Vegas. I'm not sure if they're in the tournament still, but I'm not sure. But you said it. Dallas is here to stay. DC is here to stay. Absolutely. You've been saying it. It was like you guys were the turtle, and you now are winning and winning and winning.
There it is. Listen, we're going to try to bring this whole thing home. Like I said, I'm not into moral victories. We are conquerors, and conquerors take, and that's what we're going to do.
You heard it first. Barry Hunter, congratulations, and I will see you at the next fight. Best of luck to you guys. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. Cynthia Conti with Barry Hunter, who's very happy and obviously delighted Barry Hunter, but, Barry, much like
somehow I'm not surprised he's not into moral victories. Something about Barry tells me he's a no BS guy.
I mean, Barry Hunter is, as I like to say, if I was going into war, I would want him to lead me.
He's the general.
He's a general. He's a motivator. He knows how to get things done. Ray Flores alongside Paulie Malignaggi here at Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut. Paulie, as we look at the night, going ahead, and we're going to go ahead and take our seats here, but to start off the night, LA in a must-win situation with everything, their backs against the wall, win or go home, and taking on Greg Hardy when you're even, and Alexander Flores comes out and knocks him out.
That was a big momentum switch. I mean, it was a back-and-forth battle, and it was even. And you start to think, wow, every time you see Greg Hardy get in there, you're like, could it be a 3-point round for Dallas? Could it be that they're going to just extend a big lead right now, especially when it's even? I'm sure LA would have wanted a bit of a cushion before they got to Greg Hardy the second time around, because he had a good round against Flores the first time he beat him. But, man, talk about a big shift. I mean, that's basically a 6-point swing, because you could think it's going to be a 3-point advantage to Dallas, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point advantage to LA with a big knockout from Flores.
When also, too, Alejandro Silva performed. He was constant.
Well, he's always a money in the bank for Money in the Bank for LA. For the most part, he's been consistent winning rounds for them.
Now, meantime, so LA remains still in the hunt, and now it forces Dallas. They're now in must-win situations moving forward.
Yeah, and I don't know who Dallas goes up against, but I know LA is up against New York. And you talk about Silva, who's been consistent. His big rival at New York is Christian Cangelosi, who's also been consistent. So they've had a huge rivalry all season, and next week that one resumes again.
All right, well, obviously that'll be next week as we continue. And just to go ahead and put a button on this one, DC with a win tonight over Las Vegas. Both Las Vegas and DC, as it stands now, will be in the playoffs. But again, every matchup is so critically important.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're coming down to the end, right? So even if you've clinched the playoff spot like New York and Atlanta have, you still want to bring that momentum into the playoffs. You don't want to stumble into the playoffs, because then that could catch up to you in the early rounds, in the semis right away. So you want to bring that momentum into the playoffs. So no matter what, if you've clinched it, you want to continue winning. And, of course, if you haven't clinched it, well, you got to get yourself in the playoffs.
I forgot who it was who said this. They were a musical group. They said, on the outside looking in. DC was on the outside looking in. Now they're in the playoffs, and they are the number 3 seed because they are 500. Las Vegas falls. to the number 4 seed, as they're now below 500 at 3 and 4.
Yeah, and Dallas falls out of the playoffs altogether.
And Dallas is out of the playoffs altogether. So DC started 0-2, losing 1-point matchups, and now they have been storming back.
You could always see that about DC. They were competing very, very well and coming up just short in a couple of those in those
We
first
talked
two
about
outings.
the matchup against DC. Against
They were good every time.
They were right there, and now they are the number 3 seed in the playoffs. My hat's off to Barry Hunter. But hey, how about the performance tonight of the standouts that they have had? Quincy Williams, 4 big points tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he was the star of the team. You know, got picked up at the big 3-point round when they needed it, and then again as he came back in, it was even once again. Las Vegas came storming back and had evened it up again. And Williams found himself in a position to, even though he had a 3-point round earlier, his team had blown that lead, and they needed him again, and he went and got that win for his round.
So LA and DC victorious tonight. As it stands right now, they both have clinched playoff positions. Atlanta and New York, they are in the playoffs, and Las Vegas and DC in the playoffs. But victorious tonight, LA and DC. What a night. On behalf of Paulie Malignaggi, also Cynthia Conti, Amir Tyson, on behalf of our CEO, Ahmed Sheikh, the Gilmores, Chris Sr., Chris Jr., I'm Ray Flores saying so long from Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Alexander Flores with a knockout victory over Greg Hardy. What a night. We will talk to you a week from tomorrow night, Saturday, June 10th, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. You've been watching Team Combat League. So long. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Team Combat League will see you next Saturday. Good night.